Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to have Don Smith on the show. We're going to be talking about the worst behaved people on a plane, and it's not the kids. A mom wins battle against the state to keep a vanity plate. We have crazy news, say what, and much more. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Epic. We have Chris Kettler and our special guest, Tommy Church, formerly from MUSHROOMHEad. Give it up, guys. Yeah. How's it going?
How's it going, Tommy?
Good. How you guys doing today?
Good.
We are chilling like villains.
Yeah, early Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Take me to church.
Yeah, exactly. Different kind of church.
Yeah, different kind of
The Church of Epic. No, I'm just kidding.
church.
Yeah, man. And then, of course, we have Ashley.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm in the box.
Yeah, she's always in the box now, and
Always
she
in the
does the
box.
sound effects.
Yeah, that's why. That's why you saw.
She's a new tow car.
Oh God, I don't know if I can live up to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't seen tow car in a long time.
You saw him yesterday.
I mean, like, around.
You saw him yesterday.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you fucking.
I haven't seen him in months.
So that's a lie.
I haven't seen him
Stop trying
in
to make
literal
this a
months.
thing. It's not a thing. You saw him yesterday. I'm just saying.
You're ruining everything.
You didn't plan this. You didn't set this up for me.
There's a little spider in the corner.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's part of the cast today too.
Yeah, hey Spider in the corner, what up? Where is he?
Absolutely. He's in the corner. You never put Spider in the corner.
He's in your corner, not my corner. I have a corner too.
Yeah, we got a great show for you guys today, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don Smith, he's going to be on the show.
Whoa.
He is a talk show host for
Yes. Oh.
an FM station.
Yeah, buddy.
He is
He
the
was like,
host of the
paused.
Life Radio Show. I had
Life
to think
Radio
about that
Show.
for a second.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll talk with him a
Hello,
little later.
everybody. All the peoples, hello.
Hey, Mike and Sean, how you doing?
Hey, Epic, what market's he from? What city area?
You know what? Let me double
I
check.
don't know.
I've had a
Wheatfield.
Wow,
Wow, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. No biggie.
I know, you motherfucker.
I thought it was going to be an easy answer question. I was just filling
He's
time.
out of Dayton.
He's out of Dayton.
Remember.
Yeah, like a suburb of Dayton.
There we go.
Yeah, I just can't think of the name of it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Some Indian word or something, you know? down there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The
Or,
tran-
or randomly like Kawasaki or something. I don't know, fucking-
it's
yeah, it sounds Indian, but it's not.
it's a Japanese
Yeah.
village in
Like,
Dayton.
it's like a Indian Japanese village,
Right.
you know.
All right, guys. All right.
It's a Japanese word for a hill covered
Alrighty.
with green grass.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tommy. Welcome aboard, buddy.
Yeah,
This
hey,
is the
Ashley.
stupidness.
Yeah, hey, Ashley. Oh man.
And then, of course, we have all of you.
we have all of you.
Bam.
Bam.
Wow,
like that.
it's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It
Right,
had all the
what the
messages
fuck
up there, but
Now they're all
whatever.
gone. Now they're
It just decided to be like, nope, there's nobody here.
no one. Nope. Fuck that. No one wants to watch y'all.
It's all
That's
right.
fine, I
Whatever.
understand.
But
get
you know
it,
what?
I
We're
get
going to
it.
go right into our first topic.
Oh yeah. This. I don't even know what the fuck this is about, so I'm just as surprised as everyone else.
Well, I'm talking about horrible people on a plane. I was in a plane not that long ago. Excuse me. And, you know, I always thought the worst people on the plane were the babies.
Wah,
Yeah. What does that sound effect? But according to USA Today, if I can bring it up.
Please do.
Yeah, I know, right?
USA Today. This
You know, I
just
swear to
in.
God.
This just
fucking
in.
shit.
USA Today. Babies are not the worst people on
I know.
planes.
Oh,
Give it up for the
Jesus
babies.
Christ.
Yay!
Yeah.
Babies.
It's not coming
Babies
out.
suck.
So basically,
I mean,
Aw.
they really do. They suck.
Aw.
Right?
USA Today,
terrible.
I have to say this real quick. USA Today has the worst website. I will say that.
Give it up for
Like,
USA's
seriously.
bad website.
Yeah, seriously. Because, like, I don't know if you guys notice this with a lot of sites now. They want you to subscribe, you know, to their...
They want you to do all these sites.
Oh,
Want you to do
yeah,
all this extra
they
shit.
don't. They don't even want you to fucking like
I'm like-
read the
I'm like, can I just
article
fucking
without
read it?
subscribing and paying like $10
like,
a
fuck
month
you.
now.
Right,
Will you accept
right.
these cookies?
And they're
no.
no, because you're a
Fuck your
stranger,
cookies.
and I don't accept cookies from
Right.
strangers.
My
That's
mommy
right.
taught me better than that.
Absolutely.
That's internet stranger danger.
Yeah, my mom's
Absolutely.
actually in the
That's
chat.
like a Wheel of Fortune
and
crossword
our kids are
clue.
too.
Yeah.
So don't talk shit about babies anymore. Our babies are watching right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Chris.
You said what now?
Our babies.
Anyway,
are
She's
watching
upset
us.
because I
Most
said
people think
babies
it's
suck.
the babies, but usually
No,
it's
I'm telling
They're
you,
evil.
our children,
but
our
usually
little children are watching us.
but usually they
Asshole.
oh my god.
So I'm not allowed to say the word suck? Is that what you're saying?
No, they hear me say all the things.
I know they do. That's why I'm being censored.
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm about to
sorry,
turn everybody's
Mom.
fucking mic
All right,
off.
I'll shut up now.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, people would say that the babies are the worst on the plane, but usually it's the adults. Shocker there, right?
No.
With
I'm
their,
one of 'em.
You know, they throw their own little tantrums. You know, the snore. You know,
Right.
they all kinds of different stuff. I wish
They
I had the
drool on you
fucking
when
yeah,
your
they
head
do.
leans,
You know,
and
exactly.
It just pulls
Yeah.
up the shoulder.
But the
and
drunk
then
people
onto
that's
you.
afraid of flying are always the worst. They get drunk and they lean over you and they
Exactly.
got fist 50
Falling
million
down the
times.
aisle. It's like,
Hey, I need another drink.
Or you got
Oh
the
my
one
God.
bitch in the back that screams every time there's a little turbulence. Like,
My God.
it's like,
What
calm
is wrong
down.
with you?
He said it would be a bumpy ride.
I gotta do a sound effect now.
oh, here it comes. Whoa, that was like.
And when I say
Dogs
bitch,
are
I'm not
barking.
talking about female. I'm talking about some fucking middle-aged guy that's screaming like
Just
that.
stop
Yeah.
saying screams. I have all
Yeah.
these screams. Do I have another one?
Oh my god, that was
That's
blood
that
curdling,
blood
right?
curdling scream.
Yeah,
I love
god
it.
damn.
I love that one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That one sounds horrifying.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I love that one.
What do you guys think? What's your worst, like, flying experience?
I don't like flying. I've flown too much. You probably have had that same thing.
Oh, the worst people I've ever flown with was myself.
Why? Why would you say that?
I was that drunk dude. Drunk dude. Coming on a flight from Russia, pounding bottles of wine, getting drunk, and jamming out Motley Crue on 11,
Spending 8 hours in the air, though, right?
More like 20, but...
Oh my
20
God.
hours in the air. Wow.
Well,
terrible.
you're that dude.
Oh my God.
And then screaming like a little girl.
Don't make me get the screams back on.
Yeah.
Take them out.
And then you hear prayers in every different language and nationality.
Yeah.
You know?
You ever been on like a flight where you're really scared though?
Yeah, I was in a flight in Australia, and we had some massive turbulence, and that's where the thing where
The drinking starts.
everybody started praying. You know what I'm
in the
saying?
different languages.
Yeah.
I mean, at that time, I just threw my hands up in the air. I was like, "Woo!" Cedar
Enjoy the
Point.
ride. Enjoy the ride. What happens? You
I was like, if I'm
go down screaming, man.
going down, I'm going down laughing. That's for sure. But
Absolutely.
the drinking had already started before that point.
Why do we need to meet some pilots, Tommy Parker?
Because, I'm sure pilots have seen all the shit. I'm sure pilots have been through all this bullshit with all these
Rachel said she
motherfuckers.
loves the hat, by the way, Tommy.
She wants one.
It's real.
It's a real
No.
hat.
It's a real hat. It's not
it's so
CGI.
It's not a it's a real hat.
Yes. I'm not that skilled yet.
It's a real hat, damn it. This is my
And
hat.
pilots get to see it all, but they don't get to disclose it. They're under
Yeah.
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 They're like, shh.
I got a pilot comedian friend,
Aw.
and
Oh
yeah.
my God! Sorry about that, Ashley
Yeah,
Cam.
sorry.
Yeah.
What does that
She said-
cockpit sound like? A pilot
I have
comedian?
no idea. I've never flown with him. But
I just-
and the
Hey,
funny
Bill
thing is,
Burr, 30,000 feet.
he has Asperger's too. So, yeah, and he's an alcoholic. It's like, man, you're in
man.
safe hands in the air with my buddy.
No, he sounds fun.
It
He's
reminds
probably
me.
listening today, actually, too. Is the funny thing.
That's fine.
wanna
I'm
meet
not going
that
to say
guy.
his name. It's great guy, great guy.
That's
Hey,
fucked up.
Ryan.
That's fucked up. Fuck
Ryan
you,
just-
Ryan. He says my mom said Ryan says hi to daddy, just daddy. Well,
Yep.
fuck you too, Ryan.
Our son, obviously.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
She just said "fuck you" to her son.
said
That's
that
why
the
he
other
said
day, too.
hello to just me.
Well, no,
Said,
I was
"Fuck you."
defending him, and then you were all like cutting. You were just getting mad that I was cutting you off when I was telling you our kids were listening. And then he just says hi to you. Well, fuck that shit. Whatever,
No.
Ryan.
Anyways,
Who
Ashley
takes care of you
Cam.
all day, Ryan?
Ashley
Remember
Cam.
that.
Ashley fucking Cam
Stop
said.
fucking yelling at me.
Ashley Cam said, "Oh geez, guys, I have a flight on Monday to Alaska, so now you have me stressing about that
Sorry.
exact though." And then
14-hour
she
flight.
said it's a 14-hour flight.
Dang.
I ho-
Sorry.
I hope your pilot doesn't have Asperger's.
Mike
That's all I
Meadows
can
said
say.
turbulence is a lie.
Hey, what's up,
Just
Mike?
get drunk.
The pilots are just fucking with us.
I mean,
Pilots are drunks.
Hey,
This is-
Olivia.
that's cute.
I know.
She wanted it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olivia loves me too.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Actually, I think Olivia's just waiting for you to curse her out, though.
You know what? I'll wait till you get
little
home.
one. Wait.
Wait till you get
Give it
home,
to her.
Olivia.
Go ahead, give it to her.
Make sure
You're
you
gonna give it
follow
to her
us on the
physical
social
abuse.
medias. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Any other social medias you might think of, we probably are on it. Make sure you
Maybe.
check out the
I
website,
guess.
theepicradioshow.com, for all your merch needs.
T-shirts.
Also, a quick announcement. We have a new sports
Yeah.
host,
Yeah, we do.
Mark Warren. He
Yay.
is hailing from allsportsohio.com. He is going to be taking Jay's
That's from
place.
Mark, not from where he's from.
Yep. I think that's pretty much it
I think
as far
that's
as
it. Yeah, the
that
show's
goes.
over. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done.
All
We
right.
can just go
That's all
home
we
now.
gotta
Roll
say.
Yeah.
over, go
Oh,
back to
sorry,
bed.
guys.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
I had
Yeah,
fun.
sorry.
It was a good time, man.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry
go.
for-
Let's go
yeah,
get some
yeah.
wine.
No, anyways. No, we still got plenty of show left. We're about to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have Don Smith on the show. So keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show.
Epic.
right, welcome back, everybody. All right, so on the line we have a comedian, radio talk show host, Don Smith. Hey, how's it going, Don?
It's going good. I hope I don't lose signal because I'm on I-70 right now driving through this giant pothole called Eastern Indiana.
Absolutely. Hey, so for anyone that might not know who you are, let's do a brief rundown.
All right.
Yes.
Well, are you doing one?
No, you can do it. You can do it. I think you can tell the story of your life a little better than I can. You know.
Okay, that's probably true. Probably true. But I don't know. A lot of it's a blur for me lately. I've been performing stand-up comedy for about 5 years. I've been in a lot of locally produced independent films. No porn yet. I started the Life radio show almost 5 years ago as a way to stay connected to a lot of the local comics when I couldn't get as much stage time as I'd like.
Yeah.
And that kind of took on a life of its own. And about 2 years ago, I decided to really complicate my life by buying in as a partner in ownership of Wiley's Comedy Club in Dayton. So that's really where everything kind of just went crazy.
So how's everything going with the comedy? I mean, you said you started that in, 2014? What got you into that to begin with?
What got me into that is I've always been a big fan of stand-up comedy, but I started performing in local live theater when I was 25 years old. The only problem with live theater is it's such a commitment. It's months and months of rehearsals and everything, and I didn't have time for it with my work schedule, so I still had that itching to get on stage, so I decided stand-up comedy might be something for me to try, and fell in love with it, and I hate it.
You fell in love with it, and you hate it?
Yes.
That's a typical thing with stand-up comics. We love and we hate it.
Oh, well, I think after a while, everything becomes work, you know?
Yeah. Well, there's so many ups and downs in comedy because you'll have a great set, and the next night you will totally bomb using the same material, and you have no idea why.
Yeah. I guess it all depends on the crowd too, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just did a show last night with a fantastic crowd at Wiley's. We did a showcase of local comics, and we had a great crowd in there, and the poor guy that follows me didn't do well.
Gotcha.
And I got to yell at him a little bit for not being ready to go on stage because I had about a minute and a half where he was not in the room when I called him up on stage. So sometimes I love tearing into people for doing something stupid before they go on stage.
Gotcha. That's funny. So you've been doing that for 4 years. You're also a talk show host. How did you get into that?
Again, I was finishing up my bachelor's degree at Wright State, and going to school full-time plus working full-time, I really didn't have a lot of time to get on stage to perform comedy, so I figured if they had a radio station there on campus, so I got involved with that as a way to stay connected with the local comics, plus a way to promote myself as a comedian and promote other comics and local musicians. I have a lot of local musicians that come on and play their music on there all the time. So. And that's just it ended up being so much fun that I stuck with it.
Yeah. And so another thing too, so it's kind of interesting to me that you started doing this going to college, but you're not in college anymore. So like, how do you still continue to do the show?
Well, there for a while, once I finished my bachelor's, I started working on my master's degree, and then about a year ago, when a bunch of stuff got really crazy at the club, I had to stop working on the master's and just concentrate more, because I was working on an MBA, and it came between, saving my actual business or working on my business degree, so
yeah,
I had to drop. But since I have a good relationship with the people at the radio station, I've been doing it for so long that they've allowed me to continue doing it. But I had to bring a producer in that was a student. So we have a producer in the studio with us now that I get to pick on a lot and make him do all the work.
Hey, that's kind of awesome, though, right? That's got to be great
It
for
is.
you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I love him to death. He's a great kid, but he tries to interject some jokes every now and then, or that are just terrible. So we mess with him constantly.
That doesn't sound like anybody from my studio.
Nope.
Hey,
Is that Chris?
Hey, now.
Chris? No, I'm joking.
No, I don't see it.
He actually.
No,
when we
actually, I'm the
broadcast-
one with the dad jokes.
You are the dad joke. Yep.
Absolutely.
But when we broadcast in the studio, we go Facebook Live, and I always make sure my producer does not have a camera on him. And half the time, if I have enough people in the studio, I take his microphone away, too.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
That's pretty funny. Also, it's kind of funny, too. Like, you are really a jack of all trades. Because over the past few years, you've actually appeared in several feature films. You have, like, Calamity Jane's Revenge, Nothing Good Ever Happens, Western World, and 6 Feet Below Hell under your belt.
And a couple others. There are a few that are getting ready to come out. So
Yeah.
I think September 17th, Kill Mamba Kill comes out on video and streaming, and which is another fun one. I think about 60% of that movie was actually filmed in and around Wiley's Comedy Club.
Oh, okay.
So,
And what got you into that part of it? Because I feel it's interesting when you got a person that wears so many hats, and it's like, why are you doing so much? Why are you putting so much on your plate?
Why are there so many hats?
Yeah, why are you wearing so many hats? I mean, Tommy wears one, and that's enough, you know?
well, I work full time too, so
Yeah.
It's another hat.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's another hat. I'm an HVAC tech, so yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. I guess my wife put it best when she moved out of the house. It's just like I'm chasing some damn dream, and it's like, that is exactly what it is. I want to get things out there. I like being a creative person. I like getting different things going on, and I have trouble saying no to something that sounds like it'll be fun and interesting.
I mean, what does she want you to do? Just sit around the house all day? That's not me either, you know?
Exactly. It's like, well, yeah, go to work and come home and drink beer like every other maintenance guy until I pass out on the couch. And then you end up leaving me anyway. If you're going to leave me, at least leave me because I'm interesting.
Exactly. Leave because they're interesting. Absolutely.
I don't know how interesting, but just busy.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at something real
Look
quick.
at your stuff.
Because I
Yeah,
want
but the film started, I wanted to get into that because, again, working on theater is such a long commitment. Film is something you can get your lines down before you get on set, usually.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got HVAC tech, you got talk show radio host, you have comedian, actor. I mean, is there anything else you're going to add?
Are you
What's
going
the
to be
future?
a part?
I'll try to find something else. There's got to be something else out there that I can do just to cover my downtime.
Maybe.
Well, I have written 2 novels as well. They aren't published yet.
Nice.
What about become a singer, a songwriter? You know, like.
Well, I actually used to perform in a heavy metal band in high school. I could get back into that again.
Jeez, man. Oh, it's insane, man. So, where do you think? Like, let's look out. Like maybe 10 years. Okay, where do you see your life in 10 years?
I probably still doing the same crazy things. I've been flying by the seat of my pants for so long that I've never really taken a lot of time to sit back and ask myself, where the hell is this all going?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm having fun doing what I do, and I think that's the important thing for now. If something develops from it where I get to do the fun things for a living and not have to be an HVAC tech anymore, that would be fantastic. But at the same time, if I have to keep running myself crazy as I'm doing now, I'll keep doing that because I love it most of the time. Most of the time. Sometimes it's not that great, but most of the time I love it. Like right now, I'm being interviewed about myself and my radio show while I'm driving to interview another comic for my radio show that's going to be at my club in 2 weeks.
Oh, life is so tough.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to find Don Smith, you can always check him out on Facebook. That's Don Smith Comedy or The Life 1069. Twitter.com, Don Smith Comedy. Instagram, The Life 1069. Do you have any shows coming up that you'd like to plug?
Pluggy plug.
Well, of course, Ryan Niemiller is brilliant. He's blowing up on America's Got Talent. That's who I'm on my way to interview. He's going to be at Wiley's on September 20th and 21st.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get a guest spot with him. That way I can get up there, too, and soak in some of that huge crowd. As far as me, my next show, I'm going to be on Wiley Sunday Comics this Sunday, September 8th.
Okay.
That show starts at 8 o'clock, and that's only $5 cover charge to get in, and it's the best entertainment value in the city of Dayton because it's a bunch of local comics that go up, and if one of the comics sucks, wait 5 minutes, they'll be off stage anyway, and somebody funny will probably be fine.
Probably.
Sounds about right,
And this
right?
Sunday, I'm told this Sunday could get a little weird because we have a whole lot of new comics and first-timers going
Oh,
up.
boy.
So
Okay.
that can get bad and sometimes be just beautifully hideous.
Oh, man.
Because you never know what you're getting.
Absolutely, like Forrest Gump said, you know. I think that's how that
Life
went.
is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't
or
know
a
what
box
you're
of
gonna get
comics,
because you can
you
never
know?
get the damn plastic off the box of fucking chocolates.
All right, but thank you so much for joining us, Don.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys check out his show, The Life Radio Show on 1069 or in the Dayton area. And check out his comedy. He's usually hanging out at Wiley's Comedy Club in Dayton. Yep. All right, thank you so much. We're going to go on break. When we get back, we're going to have some crazy news for you cretins. Absolutely.
Dang.
And we're going to talk about some conspiracy theories. All right, so keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. Welcome back to the Epic Radio Show.
Radio show.
Hey, during the break, there was some comments.
There's some comments.
Yeah. So let's see.
were
Tommy
talking
Parker
about-
had said, "Wow, Don is talking right down my alley." Ryan also said, "Who the fuck?
What do you?
Who's Margarita?" Okay, forget it. Anyways, let's see.
Margaritas?
Ryan said, "I make the best biscuits and gravy for real. It will make your grandma sit down."
Grandma's already sitting
Tommy
down.
Parker said, "I owe the Epic Radio Show, Ashley Garsky, John Tokar, and Chris Catler and fans a great thank you for all your help and support. I
He
have no
obviously
clue
got
what we're
that-
doing."
He obviously
You know
got
what?
the $20 I sent him. So.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Tommy. That was awesome. Well worth the 20.
Ryan said, "Epic Radio is only epic. You have killed my Sundays with the winky."
With a winky face.
Mission accomplished.
Like, that is
Hey,
what I'm saying.
Jeremy.
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 Okay, so we're gonna get on to the
Get
next
on.
thing,
Get
and the
on.
next thing is fucking crazy news.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Ashley?
No.
This is my
Why?
favorite.
I don't know. I'm just not.
Why?
I don't know.
Anyways, we'll do the
You
intro.
asked. I answered. I want $20. Jeremy said I want $20, or so do I.
I got you saying the do.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't really
it's
care.
funny.
But I just saw his comment. I want $20. What the fuck? What did Tommy have to do to get $20? I'll do it too. It's just like silent.
No. I just wanted to make sure if we were on the air or not doing this.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You can buy an FMP T-shirt, and if you
Okay.
take 3 pictures of yourself in public wearing the FMP T-shirt, I'll send you a check for $20.
Oh well, shit.
Wow. Look
How
at
about that?
All right then.
Absolutely.
I can probably do that.
Always
Yeah.
working the marketing angle, man. I tell you,
Yeah.
marketing slut here.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least you're honest
Yeah,
about
Hey,
it.
no one's a bigger whore than me.
That's why I
what do you got for us,
marketing
Ashley?
slut.
What do I got? Okay. A woman falls off balcony while practicing extreme yoga. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that was a fun. This is a fun one. A college student in Mexico survived after reportedly falling 80 feet from a 6th-floor balcony. Well, yeah, like a lot of
Splat.
while performing a yoga pose over a railing last week. Do you have a picture of this?
I do.
Okay.
Yoga
This
kills.
Yeah, this extreme. I don't think you have a picture
Maybe you
of
should
what
stick
she
to
was
goat
doing.
yoga.
Stick to Tide Pods.
Stick to Tide Pods. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, okay. Okay, there is a still shot here, but I don't think you have that still shot.
I do.
Do you?
I do
Is
have
on
it.
there?
Yes,
'Cause
it's on
showing
right now.
Showing a totally different one on my end.
Okay.
I don't
She
know.
was pushed. Okay. Okay, that's what Ryan said. He said she
Yes.
was pushed. Okay, in a still shot spread widely on social media, the young woman identified by the Mexican newspaper as 23-year-old Alexa Terravaz is seen hanging upside down on the outside of a balcony rail while supporting herself with her waist and the weight of her legs, which are bent. This is
Ooh.
extreme yoga, y'all.
Why, there was a picture of her actually fucked up?
No, not fucked up.
Oh,
This
okay.
is what she was doing to get fucked up.
It's
The
not
hanging
yoga.
over the railing, right?
Yeah,
It's
like
not
upside down on the
yoga.
rail.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did she
yeah.
survive?
Well,
did
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is
Okay.
not yoga. It's a new
This
Playboy
is extreme yoga.
Porn gone bad.
After the picture was taken, the woman fell from the apartment balcony and broke both of her legs, as well as suffered fractures to her arms, hips, and head. So she's alive, but she's really fucked up.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
yoga might help.
Yeah, yoga, stretching out those muscles now.
Yeah.
According to the publication, the woman living in San Pedro broke 110 bones and underwent 11 hours of surgery following the fall.
Christ.
She will face.
did she have left?
I don't know. I don't know how many bones there are on her breast.
12 or 16?
She will face years of recovery in
Yeah.
case no one put that together. Yeah. So what else does it say here?
Sounds like something I want to try.
Oh, this is something I thought was kind of funny that they added in here. The Nuevo Leon Attorney General's office investigated the fall and found the guardrail did not have structural damages. Just in case anyone was wondering about the guardrail. There was no damages to that, though. This bitch is fucked up, but, like, the rail's fine.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know. It is not known.
Everybody calm down.
Everybody, I know everyone's worried about this guardrail.
Exactly.
Just relax. It's
Yep.
fine.
Wait.
It's fine.
It's not finalized until they get the second opinion, I think.
Exactly.
It's gonna require a
Yeah.
second.
It is
Yeah.
not known if the woman had performed the stunt before. Hopefully, maybe if she had done it, she
and
didn't
that's
do
why
it on
she
this
needs
rail.
to stick to vertical poles and not horizontal.
Oh my god. that is a mess.
That's thinking.
Ray said, was she drunk or
Or
on
smaller
drugs?
poles. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know.
Must have been a dangerous selfie pose. I mean,
Remember when planking and
Damn.
owling was
Yes,
a thing? Yeah,
yes,
that was
yes, yes.
retarded.
So what is the name of this yoga pose exactly?
I don't have the name. I'm
There's got to be a
actually-
name for it.
Fall on
gonna-
your head.
It's fall on your head and
It's
break
flop-
110 bones,
flop and
apparently.
splat.
Is it viral yet?
I don't see.
This is
I
the
guess-
kind of shit that would go viral.
I'm gonna see if I can find the name of this thing, to be honest.
It's the
let's
flip and
see.
splat.
The flip and splat.
That's what it is,
It's like
man.
sounds like a slip and slide.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't find it. It popped up her pictures right away when I said extreme yoga poses. So
Yeah.
obviously everyone else is like, what is this? I want to do this. This
Yeah.
looks great. This looks like it really stretches out your whole body.
Yeah, she was trying to do the flying
God.
squirrel.
I mean, does it have to be an 8-story fall? You can't figure out a way to do this
it
in a
has
little
to be an
safer
8-story
environment.
fall. That's the end.
That's what makes it extreme yoga.
Yes.
That's right. That's
Danger.
the extreme. Is that it's
Yes.
8 floors?
You have to take a
up,
chance
yeah?
of dying
Yes.
before you know
You do.
it works.
You really do. Yep. That's the whole point. I can't find it.
But here we
That's
are
crazy.
knocking this, and you probably, like myself, done some pretty stupid things like that at one time or another in life.
Yeah.
Tommy
we all
Parker
have.
said, $20? Now I could afford The Epic Radio Show t-shirt. LOL, I'm not getting much from standing on 77 North on the ramp with my cardboard sign. Damn it.
Wow, man! If you're
Oh,
standing on
man.
the side of the road with a cardboard sign wearing the FMP shirt, we can definitely talk.
I've seen him.
Absolutely.
I've seen you.
I've seen
That's
you
a
out there.
great new marketing
a couple
ploy.
times.
I'm going to
Absolutely.
clothe the man on the corner
See,
begging, man.
Tommy, you just have to offer $5 handies and
I'll
you'll
get that
make
extra,
a killing.
Yes.
Just make sure that you take extra Tylenol for the arthritis, though. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. What's wrong with you?
Baby aspirin.
your
Baby
stretches.
aspirin. Do some yoga stretches before
Do
you go
your
out
stretches.
there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just don't do this particular move.
He thought that was funny.
Dangerous. Dangerous.
Okay.
Okay.
Yoga on the 480 bridge. Hey, join
They
us
still
at
do that,
Absolutely.
don't they?
10
They still
a.m.
do that.
Next story.
Uber driver bitten in Georgia attack that left car damage. A woman was arrested. So, apparently this bitch went bananas. Hang on.
Did she buy him or the car?
I'm not sure, honestly.
We're about to
She
find
attacked
out.
something.
That picture is so funny, though.
Which picture? Let me look
The
at it.
one of her actually physically biting him.
Oh, yeah.
It's like got her in a headlock.
I'm like, God damn it, woman, get off me. Why?
Wow.
Only in fucking Georgia, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised this isn't
I'm surprised Florida. Yup,
Florida.
absolutely.
Surprised Florida's
I was
not
about to say
involved.
Because
that.
the
yeah.
heat. The heat makes the people in the South fucking crazy, man.
Are you sure it's the heat? Are you sure it's
It's
not
the
just
heat.
like natural?
No, well, it's the heat and the combination of other
Genetics.
stuff like drugs,
Well, he's from Florida,
spicy
isn't he?
food,
Swamp
No.
gas.
swamp gas.
Oh, yeah.
Swamp gas.
You're from Florida, right?
Yeah, man, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, the heat makes people do fucking crazy things.
Yeah, you
People
would
in the South,
defend
they're like,
Florida.
"What? Huh?
Stop defending Florida.
Yeah.
You would
I'm just
defend
making
Florida.
an excuse.
Florida
No,
is
don't
the
do it.
humidity.
Don't buy
Man.
it.
The humidity makes everybody crazy.
It fucking pickles the brain down
That's
there.
just an excuse. Don't.
It is. It's just
You eat people.
They eat people
Yeah.
in Florida.
And
You know, it's a
rabbits.
thing.
The humidity makes you do some bath salts, and then you just want to eat faces.
It's terrible.
All right.
This is awful. Okay.
Crazy news.
A Georgia woman was arrested after police say she was caught on camera attacking an Uber driver by biting him and trying to damage his car. Tashina Campbell, 26, was taken into custody August 20th, days after the incident in which she allegedly attacked Yasir Hadi. I don't know if that's right. I'm sorry, guys. A video uploaded to Twitter of the attacks begins with a woman sitting on the hood of a car, breaking off the windshield wiper. Bystanders and Hadi encourage her to stop before the woman throws a punch at him. Woman hops off the car, enters the vehicle through the driver's side door. While he tries to stop her, "Get out of my car," he shouts, as he pulls the woman down to the ground. The woman tries punching the Uber driver before biting him, prompting him to scream. No kidding.
Wow.
It's very
Yeah.
it's unclear what sparked the altercation. Hadi said Campbell appeared out of nowhere and randomly attacked him. That's interesting. I just appeared. This bitch appeared out of nowhere, and I don't know what happened.
So she
after
wasn't
that.
even in the car. She
No,
wasn't even like.
no,
she was
no.
just-
Apparently, she
Ryan
just,
said once bitten, should have called Lyft.
That's great.
Tommy said I would ask that, but the damn sheriff is right there watching my ass. And he said Handy's on the other side of the cardboard
Oh,
sign.
okay. See, that makes sense. You got it
that's
together,
good.
Tommy. You got this together. She's acting weird. She's acting wild. She's on the car hitting me, telling me I need to die to kill me. The pain. I said, God, just let her take my flesh. I don't care. I want her to go away from me. Apparently this guy is just as fucking weird as she is.
Yeah.
The Uber driver said the situation is horrible. That's in quotes. Horrible. Like,
Yeah.
oh, really? It's horrible.
I think you know what. There's some confusion here. Actually,
What
I think
is
there's a
your
mix-up.
confusion?
She's just a DC comic book supervillain. Is all she is. That's what it is. She's just a tease or a prelude to the new DC.
Yeah, this
Flick,
is,
that's what
this
it
is
is.
a damn mess. She was arrested and charged with battery and
yeah.
criminal trespass.
Ripping off the wiper and beating people
This
with
is,
a car wiper.
It's like, well, why? I want to know her backstory. What happened? Did you have a really bad day and you just thought this guy was like the perfect victim? Like,
She was.
I don't know, man.
She was lacerated by a windshield wiper as a child, trying
As
to
a
change
child.
her parents' wiper blades, and they
He
gave
now
her,
almost made me
they
spit
gave
my
her
coffee
super
just now.
anger powers, and
So
now she has to
she's
go
taking
around.
all
and
her vengeance.
she's right. She just opens the doors and rips people out, and then begins to bite them.
It doesn't even matter who
She's
you are.
the wiper.
She's the wiper. That's funny. I gotta find my applause button.
Swish, 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 swish,
What's wrong with
swish.
y'all? Oh man. One more time.
Swish, 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 swish.
Swish, swish, swish. That's so ridiculous. Oh, geez.
I apologize, Tommy.
Oh,
He is not really sorry. He is not sorry. All right, are we ready?
A wiper is hard to rip off a car, just saying. Ryan said that.
This bitch is strong then.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, she's a
got-
DC
she's
superhero.
full of
man.
anger. She's got all this
Absolutely.
anger.
Super villain.
Whew.
All right.
so
She kinda
nothing
looks
happened
angry.
to it. Maybe
Yeah.
she just went.
She just-
Ripped the
yeah,
whopper off
he
a
didn't
car.
do shit
That's
to
the way
her.
it's
I'm gonna
reported.
eat you.
Yeah, she just decided to attack him.
No mention of bath salts. I don't know.
No
you
mention
know?
bath salts.
Maybe it's just assumed, right?
Oh my god, that's funny. Oh Jesus.
Next story.
Washington man allegedly claims Ariana Grande told him to cut power lines. So,
I believe it.
so is it like one of those like hidden messages in the song or something? Like
I don't
cut
know.
the power.
I think it's
lines.
code for something else.
Like when the guy
Hey, baby,
talked to
come
his
on
dog.
over here and cut my wires. That's part of say what.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my
Absolutely.
god, that's funny.
Let's do a little clipping.
All right.
Come
so,
on, baby.
A man in Washington state has allegedly blamed singer Ariana Grande for several of his actions after he was caught cutting power lines last week. Several? What other actions did he fucking do? The unidentified man was taken into custody. He's unidentified because he's fucking bananas.
Yeah.
After the incident in Maple Falls.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Yes. Another song. That's why I put it in there. A city roughly 62 miles southeast of Vancouver, Canada. Deputies were called to the scene after nearby residents claimed to have seen the man cutting power lines and meter box wiring on a power pole. The suspect allegedly said he worked for the federal government before claiming he worked for the U.S. military. He changed job titles. Like,
Can you just climb power lines and cut them in half?
Apparently
When-
so. I've
I
been
guess
missing out on
so.
something my whole life,
I guess
Tommy.
if Ariana
did it with a
Grande tells you to.
Hey, I got a pair of pliers.
Ariana Grande gave her the
How does this work?
Yeah.
It seems like you need
Crazy.
something special.
Like a permit or a license.
Yeah.
Something
That's
special.
funny.
He used a butter knife,
Chewing it with his
Some
some
teeth.
gardening gloves. Yeah.
To make sure he's safe.
I work for the government. This is
While
all they
singing
give me.
pop
Like, oh, that's interesting.
He's singing Grande songs. We'll saw power lines in half.
Just keep smiling, Ashley.
am.
It's just like goes nuts.
It's a good time in the box. I'm in the box.
You're away from the nuts, that's
Yeah.
why.
I'm in the box.
Yes.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Meanwhile, in the box.
Meanwhile, in the box, the man who also allegedly told authorities he was cutting the wire to prevent the Russian KGB agents from poisoning the U.S. with nuclear toxins that were being transferred from the power line. And I'm sure you guys Bryce have something to say about that?
I'm just gonna let that one marinate. I mean, that's just gold.
Well, that makes it
So-
all real now. I mean, you
Yeah,
brought the Russians
absolutely.
into it. The Russians, they do it all.
I had my doubts, but once the Russians came into it, I mean, this is a real
Never mind.
story.
This is a thing.
Nightly news right here. Why are we not
You
on
know,
top of
this
this?
is the thing, man. Like, he got it all wrong because they're doing that through the fiber optics, not
In the
power
ocean.
lines.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, Ariana Grande was giving him some mixed signals here,
Yeah,
obviously. She
absolutely.
needs to be clear with her messages when she starts sending them out.
She said, sorry, next.
Good job. I don't even really know any of her songs, so like that was all you. So he was arrested for malicious mischief. According to the report, which cited a probable cause statement from the county sheriff's office. So the man
A
caused
statement. They just
a
gave
statement.
a statement. That was it.
Yes, that was it.
We're gonna make a statement about this, ladies and
caused
gentlemen.
more than $5,000 in damages. This motherfucker. Ariana Grande, why you gotta go telling people all
Why?
these weird
So,
ass
what
Absolutely.
area did he affect? I mean, was
It
he
doesn't-
to take out the Russians? You know,
I mean, I don't know. You gotta ask Ariana Grande.
See, and at the end
Let's
of
play
it,
them backwards.
he didn't get 5 rings. He only got 2
Ariana
around his
Grande
wrist.
we'll have to play her records backwards.
Ryan said she's undercover 5G service project manager. Ariana Grande.
Oh man.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Way to go.
yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
making
Well,
all
we
kinds
should
of
just
funny
we
jokes
should thank
today.
this guy for saving us from the Russians.
Yep,
Yeah.
thank
You
you.
know, great
sir.
job,
Absolutely.
sir.
Yep.
Putting your
Great
life on the
hard
line.
work under very tough conditions. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, all that research.
God
with
bless
her.
Ariana
Right,
Grande.
all
Yes,
those
yes,
unclear
and being there,
messages, it came
Communicating it to
Yeah.
him so that he can have that knowledge, man.
It's
all
This is
good.
great. We're free.
Fun fact:
still.
nobody realizes she's actually the twin sister of Ariola Grande.
John Travolta released that secret, years ago. That's very well known. Shame on John Travolta for doing that, I mean, they
That's
had
a
the
mess.
world by the balls there, swapping out the
Oh.
twins, being 2 places at once.
Absolutely. All right, so that was crazy news.
Crazy news.
Thank you, Ashley.
Wait, you know what, Ashley? You didn't say it, so will you say it?
What did I not say?
Are these in the same order? Or
Oh yeah.
I
did before
I
the
did
show.
before the show.
Oh,
I
man!
threw you off today.
I just thought that was part of the start of the
No.
segment,
No.
I usually just like annoy him with that.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm like, oh, so these, I'll say it one time. Are these in the right order,
Well,
or do I have to switch
put her on the
around?
camera so she can do it.
You know,
I don't
metal's
have to
definitely
be.
lost its place as the devil's music now, or something.
Yeah.
Now
Ariana
you got
Grande's
pop
doing the
stars
devil's
Yeah, I
telling
know,
people
man.
subliminal messages.
It's a fucking Illuminati now. You know?
Stop the Russians. What's, come
You gotta
on.
switch it up. You gotta keep things fresh.
Yeah, we're just,
Hey, speaking of the Illuminati,
Speaking of the Illuminati,
Here we go.
here we go.
this ties us into our next topic:
Thank you. Great
conspiracy
job.
theories.
Perfect. See?
How we came up with this topic is honestly, me and Tommy was rolling around one day,
They
and we
were
were just
rolling
talking about weird
Rolling down
conspiracy
some
theories.
hills, like-
So we figured we'd bring everybody involved.
That's not true. That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not how it happened at all.
No.
So they
So
say.
we talked about a few things, Tommy. Let's see. The
You guys
moon
must have talked
landing.
about a lot.
The moon landing.
The moon landing.
So Tommy does not believe we landed on the moon.
Okay.
Tommy Parker?
No.
The one right next to you.
Tommy
The guy
Chong.
who's advocate of pilots?
Tommy Chong.
Tommy Chong, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been to the moon.
Tommy Chong has been to the moon. He'll tell you all about it. Man. He actually took a bite out of the moon, That's how he got the moon rocks back.
That's funny.
There's actually a question for you, Tommy. As a retired drummer, how hard is it to get on the same timing as your drummer nowadays?
As a retired drummer, how hard is it to get on the same timing as your drummer nowadays?
Especially in the studio.
I'm not sure that makes sense to
Well, I
me.
think
Well-
Tommy's saying he's a retired drummer. He's asking as a retired drummer,
Yes.
how difficult is it for you?
You to, like,
Per-
Be on the same
personally.
timing.
the timing. How hard is it for you to guitar the same timing as your drummer?
I don't know. It's like, music's organic
know.
and you just flow together. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It's like,
if a drummer's got a bad meter, he's got a bad meter. You ain't following it no matter what. If a dude can keep a beat, you can rock. If you can't, you can't. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
You know.
brilliant answer.
Yep. All right. So conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy.
You don't believe people landed on the moon, correct?
Oh, here we go. Now put me right on the spot.
Exactly.
Throw
And
me
this is
in
how
the
we
fire.
do. Yeah, this is how we do.
Oh,
Yep.
epicness.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that we went to the moon as
Really?
like human beings flying to the moon. No, I don't. Do I
Really?
believe that they've sent little rovers and stuff up there? Yeah,
But you don't think man walked on it?
I just don't think we can get there.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, NASA is the only place where technology goes backwards. And, I'm not getting into some
NASA
crazy.
is the only place where technology goes backwards.
Yeah, how do you lose the technology to go to the moon? The greatest achievement of mankind. How do you lose that?
Well, I don't think they lost it.
That's what they said.
Yeah, they did say that.
Did they really?
They said that one of the challenges of going back to the moon was that they haven't used the technology so long since I think 65 or was it 70 the last time we
Put a man on the moon?
yeah, something like that.
Like 67.
I think it was 67. So
67,
because the project
take.
was killed back then, they actually haven't
Flex that muscle.
yeah,
It's
flex
kinda
that
just-
muscle. It's
Yeah.
kind of like one of them things you don't lose. You
Yeah,
don't
but
use it, you lose it. You know what I mean?
but at the same, it's like riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? You
Well,
might fall down a couple times, but
So where was this reported? That would be the thing I'm curious about. Because I grew up in the space program. I mean, the space program is like, for me, it's like, just part of my, like technology is for younger generations, man. To say you not go to the moon, for me, it's like, wow, really?
well, I mean,
'Cause I was there
I
when
also-
it happened. You know what I mean?
oh, so you walked on the moon?
I walked on the moon with them.
Well,
yeah,
that was
I
a
was
cool-
there.
that was
when it
out
happened.
there, man.
The
He
thing
was
that
the
really
third
sucked is
one.
I had like a whole shitty
But, I
diaper
mean,
on.
He was the
and
one that
there-
manned the camera.
There was
He was the
nobody
camera
there to
guy.
change
I mean,
the
I think we can
diaper.
do. I honestly think that we can do amazing feats as human beings. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
yeah.
totally believe that. But us also, as our conquering nature, if we could get there, shit, man, we'd have like corn stalks and big shopping malls up there. Come on, you know how we are.
Yeah, Ryan said he's got a point.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, and the thing is,
And my phone has more technology than the space shuttle.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Well, ain't no probably, it's a fact.
I don't know. If it's
Your
a fact.
smart refrigerator has more technology.
don't know.
It calls us, hey, we need milk. And orders milk for you.
well, this is the thing. Okay, so there's a couple things. Obviously, people think that it might not have happened because we were
Because they made a movie called Capricorn 3.
no. Well, there was a couple things. What
Capricorn
movie
1.
was it that you said that had a lot of similarities, Tommy?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a great movie.
Yes.
Yes.
It's basically the same thing, the Kubrick thing. And, I don't live my life sitting here going around saying, "Hey, we didn't land on the moon."
Right. That's not what you base your
Yeah,
life
yeah,
on.
Right.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
that's
mean,
good, man, because I'd worry about you then a little bit.
but there is other things in life, like the Russians and elections.
There's
But-
other things.
No,
Yeah.
but no, it's like once I started just looking into it for myself, it's like, how do you lose that technology? They're the only place I know where technology goes backwards, because I have, the square little old school Macintosh.
Right, right.
I remember when 512 megabytes was a feat. If you had that, you were somebody. You're
Yeah,
like,
Right,
woo!
right.
And now they make phones that
Have more than that.
hold terabytes.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So how does anything go backwards?
Well, and things that support that theory is the fact that we were in competition with Russia. We were having problems getting up there. We had a couple missions that failed, stuff like that. And there was a space race. And what people are saying that support that theory is that we made it look like we landed on the moon to beat Russia, because they wasted all their money. That they end up USSR actually end up falling, because of that. But on the other side of that, the reason why I think we did is because of Russia. because we were in that space race with Russia, and if anybody since the 60s would have wanted to prove that wrong over all these years would be them, right? To make us out to be liars, right?
Well, why isn't Japan there now? Why isn't China there now? Why isn't Russia there now?
Well,
everybody sends rovers. Oh, there's no reason to go. There's no reason to go back. But yet we want to go to Mars.
Well, actually, China's there now.
They have a man on the moon.
No, they have
haven't
rovers.
landed. They have
Okay,
rovers,
do I
that's
believe that they send little mechanical things up in space? Yes, I do. Do I
Yes.
think they send things that can withstand space? Yes, we do.
Do you think they go
But-
out in space?
Well,
in
no,
the
wait.
spacesuits
Even
and
our
stuff?
even our own astronauts that stayed in the space station, they came back. Their DNA had started changing.
Yeah. People get shorter after they go to space. They say.
Well, probably,
They
but
do,
you know,
yeah.
I
You know
mean,
what also does that? Pregnancy.
does it make you shorter?
Sometimes.
would
I got
never
a
know.
half inch shorter. So.
Well, you know, it's like going to the moon. You know, pee before we go.
That's right. There you go.
Pee
Absolutely.
before we go.
That's everything.
And another thing that's interesting is that you think that like the space station's actually not in outer space; it's still in our atmosphere, right?
It
that what you're
is.
saying?
It's only 250 miles above the atmosphere, you know. And I am not an expert on this by on any means, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a conversation that me and Tom had
I know,
one day.
I know. But I thought it was interesting, and I thought it would be cool.
But it's
to
nothing
talk
that
about.
I can prove either way.
Yeah.
Or nothing that you can prove
What
either
other-
way.
That's why they're
I'm
conspiracy
curious.
theories.
That's
What
why they're
other-
conspiracies.
If we could prove it,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean?
Right,
They
then it
wouldn't be
confirmed.
theories.
Right,
You know, they-
right.
Yeah, it would be fact.
Right.
I'm curious. What other conspiracy theories are we talking about here?
Flat Earth.
Flat. Oh.
Ah,
Flat
well,
Earth. Believe Earth is flat.
I don't know either way. I mean,
What do you think,
I
though?
well, okay, all right. You have a many different opinions, you know, because
No,
like
that's
Neil
fine.
deGrasse Tyson comes out and he says, "Oh, okay, after millions of years, the world is now an oblate spheroid."
Okay.
You know, you can look him up.
Weren't they playing at the Odeon this weekend?
I hope so.
Oblique Spheron?
Oh
I
yeah,
think they were.
yeah.
They were good. They
The
kicked
jam
me.
hippie group, dude. I woke up this morning listening to the history of Woodstock. How
I
they
love that. That was good, wasn't it?
Did you
man?
listen to
Yeah.
it? It was pretty good. How they loved it at first, and then after 3 days, everybody hated everybody.
Yeah, get
They're like,
the
"Oh,
fuck
people are
outta
so
here."
peaceful." Then 3 days, they're like, "Get these kids out of here."
yeah.
We fed you and you trashed our place.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But you know, it's like I don't know. The Earth is just the Earth. I mean,
Wow.
I'm on top of it. I've never been
Well,
above it.
Bold words. The Earth is just the Earth. There you go.
Either way.
Well, there's a lot of different theories on that too. Like maybe we're more like almost like a not like a snow globe, but like we're flat with a
A membrane around us.
yes,
Like a dome.
yes,
A
Like a
biodome.
dome.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Goddamn
Yep, yep,
dome.
yep.
Well, I mean, you know, you can't go into space
Well-
if you believe in a dome. So, you know, if
Yeah.
you're a flat Earth head and you believe we walked on the moon, you're kind of like punching yourself in the
Well,
knee.
most of them people don't believe that though.
But I don't
Yeah.
believe the Earth is flat.
No.
I just think it's like just ginormously bigger.
You know
than
what
we're
kills the flat
told.
earthers too is the fucking turtle thing. Have you heard that?
What
The
the
turtle?
fuck are you talking about?
So
No.
that we're actually in space on top of a turtle.
what?
Yes, you've never seen that? Hold on.
No. We're in
I want to
space on
see
top
these.
of
These
a
are pretty
turtle?
good.
A turtle and a snail walked
You
into a
know,
bar. and
man,
asked
this
for a
is
beer.
getting a little weird now.
Yeah.
Fucking turtle.
A turtle.
I need to
So
see.
this
what
is
I'm
this
saying?
is this is like this is
I'm
like
not-
some
I'm
that's some hippie thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's like some ancient.
Mine's delayed. I
yeah,
have to wait
Chinese
to see what the fuck's going on
hippy
here.
dippy thing.
That's
Yeah,
some
the-
ancient dynasty type
Oh,
stuff, man.
Yeah, let me put
Dynasty,
this
yeah.
on the screen
No, I
real
think
quick.
it was
man,
Dallas. not
it's
Dynasty.
true.
It's true.
It's true. I saw it on Sekiro this morning.
Tommy, you got too much time. on
Man,
your
you
hands. I
can't
know-
lie
I
on the
figured
internet,
out
man.
The internet does not
No.
lie.
You can't lie on the
Apparently not.
internet.
It's a mystic turtle,
I
man.
can't even
It's
do
like
it.
extreme
This
yoga.
is crazy.
Yeah.
You can't make that up.
That's right.
You can't make
I
that
can't put it
up.
on the
And
screen
you
right
know,
now.
we're flying through space on a turtle.
Yeah.
Can't make that up.
Oh,
Well, I
that-
don't know if we're flying. We're maybe
Now-
creeping real slow.
But do I believe the world
It's
is
a
flat?
giant
No, I
turtle.
don't believe the world is flat.
and there's
Thank
elephants
you.
on top of that turtle holding the earth up. Yes, absolutely.
Well, what about isn't it Atlantis that's
Yes,
holding the
yes,
world
yes.
on
Yes,
their back?
Atlas,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So now they're
They made
okay.
it a
That's
turtle
what I
now.
thought. The elephants kind of representing the Atlas figure
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the shoulders of the elephants.
Yes.
I don't know.
Animals got to be in there. So
I don't know.
Like great
Where the-
general.
But,
where
like-
or the
fuck
big
did-
wall of ice.
Holy shit.
Or
But it's like a
wall
real
eye.
conspiracy theory, you know, like
Holy fuck.
the trails
This
in the
is
sky,
weird.
the chemtrails,
This
you
is
know.
fucking
Only when I'm on
weird.
acid, dude.
Oh shit, man. Shit's crazy.
Yes.
Fuck this. This
What?
is. I'm just
Oh,
the
here's
turtle
the mom
thing.
rant.
Yeah.
The turtle
Yeah,
thing.
you
I'm
looked
just-
it up?
I'm looking
Yes.
at it. Yeah.
She's believing
Fuck
it.
this.
She's like,
Mom
we
rant.
just changed her world now.
This
She's
is
like, kids.
fucking weird.
She's like, kids, the world's on a turtle. Throw
God
it
damn it,
about your
we're floating
globe.
on a turtle.
No, it is. It's
This
We're
is
giving
fucking
away all
weird.
earthly possessions
It's
and
a
living
true
on the
theory.
street.
There's people that
fucking
actually
weird.
have said this is like
This
something
is
that happens.
crazy.
Well, I mean, that's nothing
yeah.
new. That's been around for centuries.
Yeah.
This is
You know.
fucking bananas.
I mean, that goes
Yes.
BANNANNS.
Yeah, the flat Earth turtle. Like, what the fuck is this?
Ryan said the Earth is flat in Missouri.
I think it is like flatter than a pancake.
Oh my god.
Had he said that?
I don't know. Like, and then the whole thing. Oh, we're surrounded by ice. Well, hopefully they're advocates for global warming because if the ice wall melts, then we would all like just.
This is
So it's an
just
ice wall.
Oh,
that
man,
keeps
there's
us
some
all
crazy
confined.
stuff in
No,
Antarctica.
That's like
There is,
mythical,
man.
like
Crazy
Narnia.
stuff in Antarctica.
Like
That's
Narnia, you know, brick ice walls
Yeah.
manufactured by dwarf elves
hey,
to keep the flat Earth. You know,
I mean,
on the backs of elephants. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta. It goes right in there. You know.
after
This is
power
weird,
yoga
man.
and women ripping washer blades off of cars and eating people, I believe anything is possible. I mean, could there be an ice wall? I've never been there. I don't know. There could be.
I don't
There
know.
is an ice wall, man. You can't prove there isn't. Right?
Fucking bizarre.
But Antarctica's pretty cool,
Fucking
man.
and obviously the turtle was told by Ariana Grande
Yes.
to hold us up.
What was his
Hold her
name?
Yeah.
What's the turtle's name?
Guadalupe.
Michelangelo.
Guadalupe.
Michelangelo.
I don't know.
Oh
D'Artagnan.
God.
Or was it that female
I'm
Ninja
trying to
Turtle?
think of something else we talked about.
What else? We talked about a few
We talked
things.
about a lot of stuff when we were.
I mean, this is
running
not
around.
where I was expecting this
Well,
to go, Tommy Parker.
okay, hold on, wait. The thing that got us to talking was, we were talking about like Tommy holding the road sign up on
Oh,
77,
yeah.
begging for food.
Yes.
And, we were talking about the budgets and how life goes, those boring old men conversations. And, we were talking about how NASA gets like $56 million a day.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And I mean, one thing led to another, and I was like, blah, 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 but,
the
56,
fuck we are now.
that's exactly how it went. The 56,
I agree. I absolutely agree.
But yeah,
with
he
that.
said $56
Very
million
accurate.
a day NASA gets, and if we cut out the NASA budget, we could probably get rid of the deficit and. All
well, I
that
mean,
stuff,
what has the moon landing done for you besides bragging rights? It ain't done shit for me. What's it give me, an extra thermal cooler? I mean, what good does this ISS do for me? Oh, we're learning new technology that little pig amoebas can live in space. Good. That ain't feeding starving children.
I mean,
And that ain't helping like all the homeless people and all the epidemics we have in the world,
This
I
is
mean,
like, I'm still stuck on this
And,
goddamn turtle thing right now.
and,
she
and-
believes it.
I don't believe it. I'm just
She's converted.
I gotta like look more into this.
There's a name for this belief, We have to figure out what it is. Turtleism.
I just gotta figure this out. I gotta look
Tortoises.
into this.
Tortoises.
But that's how we got on the subject of like the money, of being able put in places, like our military budget
brain
is
is
through
just
the
like-
roof.
Yeah.
Now, military, I would agree with you. I don't know, man. I'm a fan of the space program. I think there's a lot of things that came good from the space program.
we
But,
were
you know,
all. Let's
we're all
go
allowed to
ahead.
have opinion, I think it's cool, But I think the space program is a good thing, man. You wouldn't have your phone. You wouldn't have the internet.
We wouldn't?
No.
Why not?
I
Well,
have no idea why.
We had the internet before we had NASA.
No, we had NASA before we had the internet.
I don't know. They were kind of hand in hand. The internet's been around for.
It
NASA's
has
been
been
around since
the
after World War II, man. That's all. Why NASA was developed was because after World War II, we took the
Yeah,
German
the turtles are
rocket
moving into
scientists.
space.
But explain to me why we wouldn't have internet if we didn't have
The whole
NASA.
Earth.
Because that's how it was developed through the space program. All
You
that-
sure wasn't through
No, it
Navy?
wasn't.
Tires wouldn't have
No.
Michelin tires if it wasn't
Internet.
for the space program.
How does that tire help in space? I'm sure Elon Musk's
They
car
learned
is
how to make a
cruising through the.
perfectly round tire because of the lack of gravity.
Oh, they
Yeah,
wouldn't have a
Michelin's
round
drives.
tire. I guess those
There's no
Amish are
gravity.
really fucked on their buggies. They can't figure out that it's round without NASA. Thank you, NASA, for inventing the wheel. $56 million a day. You earned it.
But the military, man, I mean, you know, they
Well,
get way too
it
much.
was
The
actually-
internet was invented by the Navy.
Was it?
Pretty close by the Navy. All the radar.
It was definitely the Department of Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
NASA had nothing to do with that.
Department
I'm
of
sure they did.
Yes.
They're all hand in hand, but you know.
Right.
Another thing too,
Jesus
with
Christ.
the whole NASA thing,
Yeah.
right? Is God damn it, I had it, but I was
And you
waiting so
lost it.
long. Yeah, I was waiting so long to try to interject.
Figure it out.
Oh fuck. I can't remember now.
NASA,
Damn it.
military.
Awesome.
Money spent.
It's not.
Trust me, I
lost it.
love
That big
space, man.
platform that they roll the rocket out on.
Oh, now I got it. I got it.
He's got it.
I
He's got it.
No, we were talking about also that we believe that there's aliens out there.
Well, I
Oh,
believe in
yeah,
that.
aliens.
But
yeah.
NASA, all this money a day, you would think they would have already found them, right?
I mean, for
Well, they
sure.
have.
Well, I think
sure.
they have. They just haven't told us.
Of course not.
Yes. And I believe, this is my
Here we
conspiracy
go.
theory,
Here's your conspiracy
is
theory.
that the way we got smartphones and all that stuff is because they have landed here and they are training, like they are trading secrets with our government. And I don't know for what yet. Maybe to I don't know, fuck us. when we're
like this
sleeping
little-
or something.
Fuck us?
I don't know.
Oh, military technology, man.
Dude, you know,
I get this little picture
like
like
that
E.T.
spray.
bringing a little Christmas gift to the
yeah,
beep beep beep.
a little dildo.
Here's your cell phone.
Yeah.
You know, I
You know,
think,
No,
I
no.
think they did find stuff and like reverse
I mean,
I
engineering
agree
Yeah.
with you.
stuff.
Without a
Area
doubt,
51,
I agree.
yes.
Reverse engineer, and that's thus the $56 million a day.
This is
I agree with
Turtle aliens.
turtle aliens.
He's like, there we go.
Damn it.
$56 million a day working on stuff
Yeah.
that you can't know
God damn
nothing
it.
about.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's why they want to
And there's
storm
nothing
Area
you can do
51.
about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, until they shut
Wait,
it down.
when is that? Isn't
because
that
they have
this month?
$56 million a day.
I
and
mean,
they shut
yeah.
it down.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, it's not September. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it
September
is.
1st.
You know, this is 2 years of the show today.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. Our 2-year anniversary.
Yay.
I don't know why.
Let's start talking about this suddenly.
Yeah, I
This is a
know.
good time,
It's,
right?
It is weird, yeah. But yeah, 2 years ago today, we had our first show.
Aww.
And it started out as just an audio only podcast,
Yeah.
and look at what it's become.
So cute.
Yes,
Aww. He was
absolutely.
like a little baby. Now
Yeah.
it's an annoying toddler.
Somebody please cast that moving
Ryan
up.
said, I think I was fucked by an alien before I still finished.
I've seen a UFO. I believe in aliens. I've seen a
That's-
UFO.
Thank you,
believe in
Sean.
aliens?
Thank you,
I
Sean.
do believe in
in
aliens. Yeah, I've seen a UFO though. My grandfather told me stories about UFOs.
Okay,
too.
September 20th. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely believe in UFOs.
What's that?
The Area 51 thing.
Big ass
Oh,
spaceship,
okay.
man.
I
Big ass.
couldn't remember what day that was.
We're
Sean
at
said
French, right?
he's going
Well,
to
for
Area
what?
51, so.
Just conversation.
What's that now?
Amish buggies.
Oh,
What's going
we're
on?
hugging, man.
He's like,
He's,
what's going on?
he's, he's mad at me.
Side
No, he's mad at me over
Why?
NASA.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's mad at me
I'm
over
not-
NASA
he said,
now.
fuck you, I
Take
was a
the hand
fan.
off
He's
his
about to
fucking head and I'm
bounce.
gonna shove it.
I
yeah.
got
in
it.
his
Go.
boot.
Nah, he's a church hater now.
he hated church before he met you. I'm joking.
Damn it, Thomas, why'd I come in for this fucking conspiracy shit? I could be in the woods doing mushrooms right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
I won't go
Jesus.
listen to Woodstock. I missed it.
Yeah,
You were
Let's
there.
just get out of here. Out with this.
absolutely. Oh, God.
That's a
I
mess.
love you, Thomas. You know we're just messing around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you?
So,
I mean, I'm not
okay.
sure. We're not sure.
I think that's it. I think that's it on the conspiracy stuff.
Are you
I think
sure
we,
that's enough? You think
yeah,
that's
I think we
enough?
did enough
Yeah.
on that.
I think we should have
That
Tommy
was
back
fun,
and do
though.
that again, though. I think
Absolutely.
is what we should do. That's a good
That
segment.
was.
She's still on the turtle
I'm
over
still
there.
on the
She is. I can see
man.
her. I can
That's a
see it in her
slow
glasses.
ride,
Fuck.
You know, the turtle.
Yeah.
Just-
Fucking,
Who thought of this?
and
Who
Tommy,
let-
if he comes back on the show, we'll have a segment called "Take Me to Church." Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Who said that one?
Is that like sex stories?
sort of?
Whatever you want it to be, buddy.
Stories
Whatever
on
you
the
want it to
road.
be.
What about
If
like
that's the
crazy
direction you
sex
want to go in,
stories?
I guess. I mean.
Dude, you should hear about what happened after my show last night. I don't know if they want me to go there. They're gonna
You
do-
should go there. You should.
You want me to
definitely
go there?
Yeah,
So you know
fucking
what?
go there.
So you know how Ashley, like, I don't know, you may not have been there, Ashley, but you ever wake up in the morning and you're not quite sure where you are? I had one of those moments this morning before coming
Yeah.
in here, and as I'm waking up, I look to the left, and there she is, right there next to me. And well, she started rubbing up against me, and all of a sudden I felt something, and I looked over to the other side, and there she was on that side, another one, and it's a pretty good, nice way to start the morning. They just slowly start rubbing up against me and stuff, and then they start licking me.
I was getting ready to say, are these like females?
Yeah, I'm straight.
No, I mean like humans, or like.
No, they were my cats, man. What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't know. You're sitting over here talking about aliens. I didn't know if you had a religious experience.
It was my cats. You know?
Who else would be at his house?
Really? I mean, I had a gig
now.
last night. Came home, got a good night's rest.
Hey, man, I had a terrifying nightmare. I did. I woke up at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, God, no. I was like, I got to get up, come over at Tom's. I was like, shh. I sit on the couch, and I try not to smoke late night cigarettes, but I did. I was like, oh man, I got to. Had this nightmare, yeah. I dreamed I was playing for Marilyn Manson. And I was like, oh God, no. That's a true story. It really happened.
Really?
Yeah. I got up, I told my girlfriend, she's like, what's wrong? I was like, I had a nightmare, man. I was like, I dreamed I was playing for Marilyn Manson. And she was like, for real? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm sitting here scared to death, sweating. Yeah.
Ray said,
God.
your cats, I knew it.
Yep. Those are goddamn
That's
cats,
for your
Chris.
cats. Okay,
That was for your cats. No fucking kidding.
I like cats. I'm more of
Holy
a cat
shit.
person than a dog person.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
a dog man, but I
like
with
animals.
cats.
Dude,
I'm allergic to
cats.
all of them, though.
Sucks.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Because cats just sit around and think of ways to eat
Next
you.
topic.
Yep.
Next topic.
All right, so this
This
bitch.
This bitch. Which
I'm
bitch?
joking. So basically, what would happen if you had a vanity plate? Okay, is you would go in, you'd say, "Hey, I got this idea for a vanity plate," and they would approve it
Maybe.
or not approve it,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
But what happened to this lady was she had a vanity plate for over 15 years, and then all of a sudden she got a letter saying she had to turn it in.
Like,
Um,
bitch, please.
So, Wendy Auger, she's proud of her Pee Before We Go plate. And she says she's never had any issues with it until now. New Hampshire asked Auger in a letter she received August 16th to surrender her plate because it includes a phrase relating to sexual or excretory acts
Oh
or
my God.
functions.
That's just shit.
Yes. It's very shitty. They're just pissing all over her parade. The recall letter from the Department of Safety Division of Motor Vehicles addressed to Wendy Auger.
Wendy Auger.
She said, I'm not a political activist, but this is a non-offensive thing that I've had, and it's part of who we are as a family and who I am. And there was zero reason for them to take it away.
Zero.
Basically what it was is like she would always have this conversation with her kids. Like, did you go to the bathroom? No, I don't have to go. Go
Yeah.
now. You may
Yeah.
not get a chance later. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's had that little conversation with
I've
their
had this pep
kids.
talk with
Yes.
myself sometimes.
Cross your
But I mean, it
legs.
took them 15 years to find it.
Exactly. You
know,
know.
That's because
So,
they're not giving him
15 years.
$56 million a day.
Yes.
See, we could break down on crimes like this if
And
we
the
did,
thing
if we
is-
broke up that money.
And it's so much more expensive for a vanity plate. It was $40 plus a one-time fee of $8.
See, they're missing out.
Yeah,
Charge them
yeah.
$56 million a day.
They were saying, please turn in the plate. They were going to refund her part of the money back, and she could get another vanity plate for free. That's what they were going to do.
Oh my God.
But she fought it.
That
and-
says shit before we go.
Yes.
Please.
Poo poo before we go.
So silly.
What the fuck is that? All right, but anyways, what ended up
that's
happening
funny.
is the actual governor stepped
snap.
in and said, "Yo, bitches are crazy. This bitch
Y'all
had it
bitches
for
are
like 15
crazy."
years, y'all." Give that bitch back her plate, you dumb mofos.
That's
That
what he
was an
said.
actual quote,
Those
by
are
the way.
actual
That was an
quotes
actual quote.
by
I
the-
read
the
that.
It's from
governor, you
Detroit.
said?
Governor of Detroit. Detroit, a
That
city,
is
now
what
has
he
its own
said.
governor. The governor of the streets.
The streets. Governor of the streets.
Governor of the street.
That's right. I was the governor of these here streets, boy.
It's actually New Hampshire, but close. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's right around the corner, man. I mean, geographically
when you
speaking,
have a
you
governor
know?
named Chris Sununu, Sununu,
Well,
you would imagine he talked like that.
well.
Like, yo, motherfuckers, y'all need to give her a plate back. Awesome.
New.
new.
Sununu.
Saduki.
Who found it offensive after 15
I don't
years?
know.
I mean, there
I
was
don't
somebody
know.
riding down the
Ridiculous.
street and called in and was like,
I
"Oh, this
guess.
offends me."
Man, it's like, what part of it? Like, that's actually a
I
good
don't.
message.
Well, because they said, it's excretory.
Who the fuck cares? What
I
the,
know,
what
like,
the fuck? Is it really
I mean,
affecting your life?
R. Kelly had a plate that said, "I'll pee on you"
I'll pee
for
on
like
you.
for like 20 years, and nobody said shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Just
Come
not
on
in New
now.
Hampshire, he didn't.
But, I mean,
Yeah,
Let's make it a place.
Well, they're a little bit more liberal in California.
Oh my God.
I think it's a
God.
genius license plate.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
I
I
know,
think
I
it's
think
great.
so too. It
Creativity.
is.
like, leave her alone.
I just don't get why people have to be so sensitive anymore. Like, obviously, it didn't offend anybody for the past 15 years.
Right,
so
no one, yeah.
why does it matter now?
I'm wondering who like made an issue of this. I'm wondering that. Like, who?
Some random motherfucker at the DMV was
Some
at their desk like,
conservative New Hampshire person.
this doesn't follow guidelines. I'm
I
gonna
liked
troll her.
I like your voice. That was great. that was a good time.
It was very
It's
fitting.
maniacal, you know.
Yeah.
You needed that,
My
like,
little precious, we're going to figure out who's got this
Goldie said
license
Nunu.
plate.
Goldie said Nunu is what Gia calls the potty.
That's good. It all relates. It all
Yes.
just ties in together. It's a good time. I love it.
because I've definitely seen a lot more offensive
Oh,
license
yeah.
Oh
plates than that. I mean, that's
yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like totally
Absolutely.
PG, you know.
I saw one talking about like I'm the side piece or some shit like that. I'm like,
Yes.
what is this? Are you proud?
Side piece one.
Side piece, yes.
We saw
I was
that,
Like,
yes.
you're proud that you're the side
Well,
piece.
you know what? No,
Like,
I could
oh.
see and understand
That's
that
very
because you
interesting.
know, because the number one on there is specifying and defining the difference. Because there's somebody out there that's got the vanity plate that says side piece 2.
2 or
Yeah.
3.
And, you know,
You
I
don't
saw
want to be the
another
2.
car
You don't
following
want to be
it.
this 2. You know.
I saw another car following and its license plate said main chick. So.
Main chick, right? Like, are you guys proud? Really?
And then another one said the
Ew.
dick.
Yeah.
It wasn't the, it was the dick.
Yeah,
The
the
dick.
The dick.
Yeah, D-I-K.
D-I-K.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm trying to remember what that guy, how the guy pronounced dick the other day in that little skit. I'm trying to
Oh
remember.
my god.
Oh,
was
you
it
said that's how I'm gonna say it from now on.
Deek? Deek? Yeah. The Deek.
The deek.
Yeah.
Giving it
It was so funny because he made it a lot bigger than it was. It was
Yeah.
funny. Ha ha.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's right.
Absolutely.
I love it. It's great. It's a good time.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to talk about a Denver woman who is suing after giving birth in jail.
Yep.
And say what?
And say what?
Say what?
What?
Say what?
Say
Okay. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. back, guys.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm black.
Let's see. Is the Epic Radio Show going to be there for what? Oh, yes. The
Halloween
Claude the
Festival,
Board
yep.
Halloween Festival. Yep.
Go be.
How
be
did
a
you
good
know Chris
time.
Kettler's going to be MC for that, Tommy
Maybe he
Parker?
can read
Are you
things?
stalking us?
He's creeping
He's-
my pages.
No, I'm joking. Anyways,
Funny.
wow, that is awesome news. Yes,
Yes,
it is awesome news.
We're excited.
We are excited. It's going to be October 5th.
October 5th?
We're going to get there a little earlier, but I
Yeah.
think it starts at noon.
Noon. I'm pretty sure it starts at,
We're going to be
11
giving
or
away
noon.
some candy.
some candy.
We're going to get some candy. We're going to get some
Candy.
wristbands to pass out.
Some of them are going to go in the dark.
We're going to get
It's
some
be
shirts to
exciting.
sell.
Some shirts.
Some shirts to sell.
Some
and I'm
wristbands.
thinking of doing a raffle,
Candy.
too. You know,
Like a
so
basket.
And it's going to be a good
either
time.
a basket or like a $50 or $100 gift
Oh,
card.
I didn't know that. Claude DeBoard is his brother-in-law.
Yes. Yes, Tommy.
I didn't know
Yes.
That's
Yep.
interesting.
Yep.
So all these connections.
Actually, if you weren't
Yep.
in the box and you were with the rest of the real world,
Yeah, I would know these things, but I'm just left in the box.
Ashley just lives
That's
in
funny.
a box. It's so sad. Folks, please, somebody bring a meal over
The
tonight.
girl
Yeah, I'm
in the
hungry.
box.
We'll just
The
crack
turtle
it
in the
open.
box.
And I'm the
Shit.
turtle on the world.
She's
in the
the
box.
turtle in the box now.
Yeah, the turtle. Is she turtly enough
She's
for
like-
the turtle club? Turtle.
I'm probably
Mind
not.
blown.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Let's see. God damn it. So, orange is the new whack.
Huh?
Yeah.
that was a perfect sound effect. I didn't even have to do that one.
What?
Yeah, orange is the new whack. Apparently, this Denver woman is suing after giving birth in a jail cell. The sheriff's department said it acted by the book. On July 31st, 2018, a very pregnant Diana Sanchez woke up early. Her 5 a.m. breakfast come with contractions. Almost 5 hours later, her water
Damn.
broke.
She gave
But
birth
she says
to
she
a baby
never
jail
went-
cell.
Yes. She never went to the hospital.
Damn.
Because
Damn.
she was in jail.
Yes, she was in jail at the Denver County Jail, and she says her pleas for help went unanswered.
Damn.
Almost 6 hours after she says she first told the guard on duty she was in labor, she delivered a baby boy alone in
Easy
the
for
jail
you to
cell.
say.
Was this close to Epstein's cell? He didn't get no help either.
Oh no! Oh no!
Very
He got
good.
some help.
Oh, he got help.
Just the wrong kind.
Yeah.
That's why the Denver cops weren't there. They were actually coming back from
Yeah.
the Epstein.
Yeah, they were on the hall.
They were the cops on
Is the videotape of the birth fucked up?
It's glitchy.
It's glitchy.
It looks like one of those
Yeah.
Ring videos.
If you freeze it frame by frame, you'll see Bill in there a couple
Oh
times.
my god! Oh no!
My baby.
Oh no!
Hillary, my baby.
No!
I did not. Okay, I won't go there.
It's a conspiracy.
We won't go there.
The ordeal was caught on closed circuit video recording inside Sanchez's cell. An edited version of the silent tape that Newman provided to CNN shows Sanchez talking to someone at the door of her cell around 6:30 a.m. By 9:40 a.m., Sanchez is seen knocking at her cell door, apparently trying to get someone's attention. They actually slid what her lawyer described as a folded white absorbent pad
my
under the
God.
door.
Here, bitch, soak that shit up.
So it's like
Oh.
a
Yes.
dog pee pad.
Man.
Basically.
No fucking
The video
way.
shows her unfolding it and putting it onto the cot of her cell. She pulled down her pants to her knees and laid down on top of it. 30 minutes later, the video shows Sanchez clearly in pain, writhing under a navy blue sheet.
Clearly in pain.
Yes.
Very
No
much so
shit.
in pain.
And literally, the nurse finally came in when she had the baby
Whew, man.
and looked at the baby as if, wow, there's a baby
Oh
here.
wow, how'd this happen?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
Wow.
You know why this happened? Because they didn't give him $56 million a day.
exactly. Absolutely.
Oh man. Shoo. Oh no.
Why was she in jail?
That's what I want to know.
You know, it doesn't actually say that.
Damn.
But
this info.
according to the sheriff, they were following the rule book, and they
basically gave her a little pad to
basically
soak
when that
up
kind of
the
stuff
fluids.
happens, they don't have to call the ambulance for you or
Damn.
anything. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, I mean, childbirth is natural.
I
It is
guess.
natural, but damn, it is not comfortable.
Oh, I totally agree. But I wish there was a little more detail of why she was in jail and
she
if
was,
she like.
awaiting trial on identity
God.
fraud charges.
Identity fraud charges.
So it wasn't violent crime or
Ah.
nothing like that.
I
you
mean,
know?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But since then they have changed the rules, so they're not.
course.
Yeah, obviously.
How many times did she cry wolf before? You know, how many
Yeah.
times she's like, I'm having a baby. let me
Right,
have it."
has she been in there routine?
Well, that
I
sucks
don't
though.
know.
That sucks though. Either
MO.
way, seems like they would have like a
Well, I think after her
prison
water
maternity
broke,
ward or something.
after the
I
water
think
breaks,
after the water
shit gets
breaking-
That's
dangerous.
pretty obvious.
yeah, that's pretty obviously like she's
Risk
not
of
faking
infection's
this.
a lot higher at that point.
But they don't have like stuff for that.
They
You
just have
think
the
they
pet
would.
pee pad.
I'm sure
The
they
pee pad.
even
Oh my
have-
God, so
Here you go.
yeah,
Brian-
the absorbent pad. You know.
So yeah,
Have a
she-
baby
Brian
on this.
said
Here you go.
She had a pad. Comfort was there.
Either way, poor lady.
Excuse me, officer, may I have another pee pad, please?
She said the jail
I
will be
soaked
sending
this
it
one
to
all
them.
up. Yeah. You get one, only one.
You gotta say
man.
she was tough though.
Pee pads,
That's what I'm saying, man.
She was
5
tough.
fucking hours
right.
later, and then oh my god.
Hey, he said the jail will be sending him
Yeah.
to college.
Well, I'm sure she wasn't
damn.
quiet. They had to have heard her scream
Exactly.
or
Well, she was.
something.
She was
you know?
banging on the
That's what I'm
door.
saying.
Like,
Basically,
there's no way they didn't.
there
know.
was a couple instances where somebody came to the door and didn't say anything and just walked away.
So
Yes.
they knew what the fuck was going
Yeah,
on.
they
Yeah.
They knew.
They knew.
In their defense, they were going down to the laundry room to get a little orange jumper for the little guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
His
Yeah,
very
you're
first
a little
orange jumper.
terrible.
Mommy
Well-
and the baby daddy were so proud.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Well, hopefully the baby's healthy, but you know,
Right,
let's
yeah.
get him in a jumper.
Baby daddy's name has not been released. Because apparently that was Epstein's too. And I'm joking. And then the first thing they said to the baby was, "That one looks like a raper." No, no.
Oh no.
Hands in a jumpsuit.
Hand in the jumpsuit.
Oh, you're terrible.
This is terrible.
Yes.
Hey, look, he came with his own rope.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Ashley, you can mom rant on his
Oh,
ass
my
now.
God.
Go ahead,
I'm
Ashley.
just covering my face in shame.
We're gonna give you 60
Shame,
seconds of
shame.
mom rant.
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
even have. I don't have enough for him right now.
No.
Oh, that's so funny.
This
Later.
is the shit I deal with on the fucking regular
Where's the
basis.
beat button?
Holy shit. This is the shit I tell you don't say on the show.
Oh
Cut
my
it
God.
out. Stop that. Don't. Shh.
I had more of them.
No! Stop! That was enough.
She put the brakes on.
Yeah.
That was fucking enough. Holy shit.
Jeez.
God, now everyone's gonna think
Yeah.
I married like a fucking psychopath. Or
And
something.
that lady was there too. She cut the umbilical cord from the Uber.
Wow.
I mean, that was kind of funny. I'll give you that.
Cause she bit the guy. You
Did
get
she
it?
cut it with her teeth?
Yes.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah.
You guys didn't get that one?
I got
that
it,
was
but
a
it was
callback, guys.
I got it, but it
That
was
was a
gross.
callback from Crazy News with the lady. She bit the Uber driver. She
Aw.
was in jail
So
too.
fucked up.
She cut the umbilical cord.
She brought about a
Or with the
fiasco.
With her
windshield
teeth.
wiper or with her teeth?
Did they write it out on a turtle?
Man, they might have.
I don't even know.
They brought a nice bottle of
Goddamn
Chianti
turtles.
with them.
Hey, here's
Fucking turtles,
Are
exactly.
you turtly enough for the
Why
Turtle
you
Club?
keep saying that?
Because it's a fucking
I
callback
know,
to
but
something
it's
too.
what. It's just the second time you said it this show.
Oh
I think
my
one time's
God.
enough.
It's just turtle poo.
Jesus
One time's
Christ.
enough.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, move this place. Yeah, I hope
There's a
everything-
bunch of fucked up
like,
words
like,
out there.
Like Rachel said, I hope everything's okay with the baby. I hope the baby's okay. And I hope the
Absolutely.
mom's not like
Once they got it in the
got
orange
like some
jumper,
kind of
everything was
infection or
good.
anything.
It was just,
Because like once the water breaks, risk of infection, isn't it's higher. So that's kind of dangerous also. I'm just saying. To be
Once-
on more a serious note here from all the other bullshit.
Well, I hope they're both safe.
I hope everybody's
You
okay.
know, I hope the baby isn't harmed.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope.
If it had gone that way, it'd been a different story now. You know that. So I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I hope
you gotta kind of
everything's.
assume everybody is
Everyone's fine, right?
Fine and back homeless on the streets,
Oh,
you know, in a
Jesus.
trap house.
Until
and,
the
Hope the
video
baby
comes
is
out.
taken care of, and then
right. So,
the mom's
you know,
probably still in jail. And,
Sure.
I mean,
Baby's in.
I wonder if
Hopefully-
she'll get money. I wonder if they'll give her money. I wonder if she'll ask for
Sure.
money. I need
Yeah.
$26 million
She's in Denver. She'll spend it all on weed.
oh Jesus!
at the airport.
At the airport, they have a weed shop in the airport.
Oh my God!
They probably do have a weed shop. In
Hey,
the
man,
airport,
the
I
Denver
bet.
weed is, I don't even smoke weed, but that Denver weed is
Oh,
amazing.
Well, that's fine.
Somebody
Uh-oh.
calling in? Uh
oh
oh.
no.
Oh no, who's this? Oh, it's Tommy Parker, guys. What's going
Hi.
on, Tommy?
Hi, Tommy.
I think I had to put another seatbelt on my chair so I didn't fall out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my God, you guys are so funny today.
Yeah?
That's a good
But
time.
you know, I just wanted to chime in and ask Tommy. I know it was a loaded question with the drummer and everything like that, but I wanted to ask Tommy where he's actually from because y'all, and I'm going to get my accent back from South Carolina. But
I'm from Jersey, man. Southern Jersey.
oh yeah, you sound like it.
I am, can't you tell?
Yeah.
I've been there and done that, dude.
Nah,
my
North
God.
Carolina, man. We were talking about that
absolutely.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I was down in Hemingway, South Carolina, which is between Georgetown and well, if you know anything about the South.
Well, it's way down yonder. Yeah, man. I was born and
Down
raised there.
yonder.
Still live
He said
there,
down
man. You know.
yonder. Oh
But-
goodness.
But I wanted to ask you, Tommy, do you write as a lead guitarist? Do you write the music and lyrics for your band, or is there? I mean, do everybody like the drummer and everybody else? Do they chime in and try to help you write the lyrics for your songs?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. You know, I mean, it's like a, it is a whole process. You know, it's like a
Right.
9 times out of 10, you know, I'll write most of the music, or take drums, and this is in my own projects and stuff like that. You know, and past bands and music I've worked in and done, but I'll write a lot of the music, put a lot of it together, but it is a collective effort. You know, it's like working with Jeffrey Nothing. I don't know if you know who he is, but you know,
yeah, that's my other brother-in-law from another mother.
ah, sweet. But he's very creative, so he'll bring in a lot of ideas and a lot of creativeness, and we just work together on it. Like who knows? Well, one of his vocal parts may become the whole chorus of the song or the whole thing of the song. Music is a very organic and fluid experience, and when you take that out of it, it don't really become music anymore. It becomes, I don't know, computer program.
Absolutely.
Right, and I mean, I think one of the questions that really sticks to my mind, even though poetry and everything like that, but I mean, do you write it on the bus going to the different gigs? Do you write it at home, being in North Carolina or Carolina?
Well, he lives in Cleveland now.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry about his luck.
but
Oh my God.
it's like it just comes, and all pun intended there. You can just take it however you want. But
Yeah, that's what she said.
You know,
Take
it's
it
like
out
it
if you
just-
want it.
Yeah.
Wherever you want it.
Yeah.
it just flows out. I mean, I know
flows
some
out.
people
That's
say,
right.
"Oh, well, I spent 6 months writing this song." I was like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It almost it should almost
mean,
never
I've-
take that long. Yeah.
And what's funny is I met some of the people down at Walmart in Georgetown, when I went down there, and they were actually, some of them were actually, they were great musicians sitting in a chair in Walmart, and they wrote their next song just watching people go through the Walmart line. I'm like, really?
There, that is something down south that I've seen a lot. When I used to live down south.
Walmart lines.
Yeah. Well, no, not Walmart. That's everywhere.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's a whole other subject about their fucking
Well, I
three.
get that.
Yeah, 100 registers that they had, but only 3 open. That's a whole other
Right.
discussion.
Whole nother-
But
Oh, they
anyways,
got 3 now.
Oh, yeah.
Only
I don't know. I
one.
don't go
I
to
only
Walmart
wanted
now.
a damn pack of cigarettes. Are you serious?
yeah. So But what I used to find was there was a lot of artists, man, because they get a lot of traffic, and there's like people with guitars just singing, whatever, tips and stuff, or like people selling CDs. I actually used to sell CDs back in my heyday, Walmart parking lots. I'd go and I'd follow people in their cars. I'm sure I looked like a creeper.
Yeah.
I would even tell them, like, look, I'm not going to rob you. I'm just a
I'm not
musician.
gonna rob you.
I'm just trying to get you to listen to my CD.
Now, if you hand them a CD, they're like, "What is that?
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
that?
What do I do with that?
Hey,
Is that,
yeah,
is
you
that a
can't
coaster?"
Bluetooth it.
Right.
Hey, send it to my email. Like, God damn it.
But I agree. I used to watch down where I lived. I grew up in the backwoods of North Carolina, and I mean deep in the holler woods.
Okay, what town?
There's a place called Wilkesboro. I'm actually.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Know it very well.
Yeah, well, I live on the outskirts of the small town. A place called Wilbar, Perlier.
Yes, sir.
But I'd go down to the Opry and watch these old guys play, and I don't call them old to be disrespectful, but I mean, and they would just sing about their day. And you're
I
like,
think you just called me old, didn't you?
probably.
So maybe come up there to Cleveland and show you what the South can do now.
Do you really want to come up here?
You're in fucking Akron.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome.
You're in Akron. You're as north as can be. Except for us. We're a little
Oh,
north.
at least you know how to say Akron. It's not Akron.
Yeah, Akron. Comic music. Wait, that's Akon.
it's
not
Akon.
How do you?
Yeah,
All right, here's
yeah.
one. How do you say
Wrong.
Tuscara was?
Tuscawaras?
Mascara was
Tuscaloosa
my
was.
ex-wife.
Tuscawaras?
Tuscawaras.
Is that it?
She's
Is that what
my
you're talking about?
ex-wife.
I think so.
Tuscawaras County? Tuscawaras? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Gannett Hutton?
Because I mean, it sounds like it's.
Gannett Hutton.
The name of that town sounds like a redneck saying, well, and then Tuscara was, and I didn't know what to do.
Tuscara was with the beer and my truck on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Tuscara was,
Tuscara
and
was.
my tire was
That's
flat,
fucking
and then my cart rolled over, and I
Jesus.
started a
Gannett
fire.
Hutton then.
Yes, that's Brian.
That's because they got the hooch and the
and the
stuff
hollering.
from West
The
Virginia.
hoots and the hollering. You gotta.
Oh, so
don't
that's
forget
the West
hollering.
Virginia part of Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, I heard Akron is the hometown of West Virginia.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know.
No, they say like where I live, Rittman is the capital of West Virginia. They teach them
That's
three
so
things
funny.
in West Virginia: the reading, the writing, and the road to
No,
Rittman.
there was. It's
No, but
funny.
now I want you to know I'm going to Kentucky now to get some of that moss that there's been smoking down there. That's
It is
You didn't
funny
know
how
about
people
that, Chris?
migrate, though.
No, I don't know anything about any moss.
oh boy.
So you're smoking moss in Kentucky.
That explains a lot.
not right
That's
now,
it right
no.
there. That explains a
Not
lot.
right now.
you
But
know?
it's funny how people migrate, though. There was a little town in North Carolina called Clayton, North Carolina, and it was full of nothing but Northerners, like people from like New York and
like a
Cleveland
whole
and
area
stuff.
of New York moved
it's
there. It seems
weird,
like, yeah.
right?
Well, it's
Isn't
kind
that
of
weird
like
how
Florida. Nobody.
people- yeah, nobody's
Yep.
from any,
No,
from
yeah.
Florida. They're from everywhere else.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right,
That's
but thank
because
you,
they-
Tommy.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys. You had a great show today. Ashley,
Thank you.
Yes.
put a smile on.
Thanks, Tommy.
Usually.
Keep
All right,
rocking
guys,
out.
hope to see you all soon. Thanks, Tommy.
Stay
I
away
from
appreciate
that
it.
moss, man.
Thank
did a
you,
great
man.
job.
Moss. Best.
All right,
Bye,
thank
brother.
you.
So,
Yep.
Tommy, you gonna
Thanks,
write a
Tommy.
song about this whole epic radio show
Smoking.
experience?
I'm gonna do some research and write some music
Go
about
home
all
and
of
grab
this.
the guitar and just put
Yeah.
some, how the day went.
Absolutely. So we're going to get into the last segment of the day to wrap it all up.
There it is.
And
There
it's
it
a new
is.
segment that Chris is doing, and it's called Say What?
Can I invite Tommy to do it with me? You want to do this, Tommy? See how it goes, the first one?
Yeah, you know what?
See how it goes?
I don't know what to do, but we will try.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
So let me.
I'll hold on
let's
for
do
the
the
full 8
intro
seconds.
to it, and then I'll explain what it is, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Okay. So
Here we go.
I look
Yeah,
like
give
I
us
should be
second,
singing a
guys.
song
I'm
about a
doing
beer.
something.
Some kind of whiskey.
I forgot that he wanted him to kind of do this with him.
So you just forgot to add him into the.
Yeah, and so we're just gonna do Black Screen for
We
a while.
look like
It's
a
all right.
bad band from
Like,
the
this
80s.
is nobody's
some
segment.
We're gonna make
bad
you really
Awesome.
tiny
emo
guys.
bands from
That's
the
the only way to
80s.
fit you guys in.
We're bad techno DJs
Yeah.
from the 80s right
I
here.
don't know. We kind of look
DJ
like Elmerson,
Church.
Lake, and Palmer.
There it
Yeah,
is.
you know what? Fuck it.
Crosby,
I'll
Stills,
fuck with
Nash,
it.
Young,
You
and
guys look like little midgets.
Aw, so cute. Aw,
You guys are adorable right now.
Aw.
so cute.
well, thank you very
Aw.
much. Peanut
Hold
butter and
on, I'm
banana.
gonna try to.
Banana. Did you say banana?
Yeah, peanut butter and fried banana sandwich.
Yeah.
That's what the king ate.
Oh,
There we
yes.
go. That's a little better.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go. Anyway, so how this works is there's 6 slang
It's
terms.
supposed to work.
It's supposed
Yeah.
to work.
Okay.
There's 6 slang terms, and I'm gonna go over them one by one. And when the term comes up, you have to figure out what it means.
I'm glad you're giving them
Just
to me one by
by-
one then.
Yes.
Because any more than that, I probably couldn't have handled them.
Like, oh no, oh
Yeah.
no.
All right. So the first word is T.
T.
Tea.
Bag.
Yes.
Oh, T as in TEA.
Yes.
I didn't know if it's TEE or TEA or some creative spelling for tea and
Tea.
stuff, you know? So, Tommy, you're looking bewildered, huh?
Oh,
You're not hip.
Now, the first thing that popped in my mind was teabag. You know, like what you do
yeah.
to your friends on a drunk night. You know,
Just shortened it is what
you
you
know.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tea bag for a guy with a small sack.
And that
right?
spelling can be
Yeah.
interpreted any way you want, you know.
This was a drug term in my young days. There was a thing called tea that was on the streets, and
That's funny.
kids would do tea, and not like it's not tea. It was a slang thing, you know.
Say,
Yeah.
what?
Some-
What was
Some
it?
tea. It was street stuff that they would mix. Usually it was like with THC and probably some crank in it and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Just junk,
good
you
shit.
know?
Yeah.
Just the junk. Stuff you kind of stay away
That's
from.
You know,
funny.
some,
Yeah. Just
So
junk.
what's your final answer, guys?
Oh, I have to answer on this tea.
I have to answer.
Yeah.
You know, this is the term that these sexually open people are using for when they're dating a woman that can squirt.
Oh, my
This is the
goodness.
fluid that comes from the squirt.
Oh,
This is what
my
they're referring
goodness.
to it as.
This
I
went a
just
whole
got
different
tea,
direction.
man.
Yes,
Yes.
my virgin ears right now.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Is
I'm
this
sorry.
for real?
That's what I'm gonna say, man.
Yeah.
It's the descriptive word for the fluid from the squirt.
That's awesome.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
It is hot gossip. You could get, spill, and give tea.
Well,
Yeah.
at least it's warm. Man. I was right with
I like
that
his
one.
version better.
We can just create our own, man. You know.
I like it a lot better, man. Yeah.
Ooh. Man,
Like it a lot better.
that was not a definition I was expecting.
Yeah. Ready for the next one?
I don't know if I am.
I think you'll do better in this one.
All right, let's hope. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next one is mood.
This is the way you feel after you got the tea. You know, you got a mood going. Mood, huh?
Yeah.
I'm lost. I have no
He's like,
idea.
I'm not
Tommy,
sure.
Tommy.
You hear this accent? New
So-
age lingo just goes over my
So
head.
my record, Tommy, is 1 of 6 for this is the third episode. So I got to get at least one. I'm counting on you for one, man. Like the game of pool when you're playing with somebody, you got to drop at least one ball.
I
for
think
me
there's a
here,
couple
all right?
you guys will
So,
get today.
mood, huh? This
Yeah.
is
This one's a hard one.
this is a hard one. I know that because it's got 4 letters in it, and that makes it harder than a 3-letter. one.
Exactly.
So this
Absolutely.
one's hard, but mood is like when you've crafted the buzz and you're at that place where you want to be and you're good and you don't need any more for the buzz and stuff. That's that place. So I've hit my mood, you know.
Okay. Tommy?
I don't know. I think that's like something that they talk about for like a girl that wants to bang.
Oh my gosh.
She's in the
Yeah.
mood.
Yeah.
She's in the mood.
You know, it's like, oh man, I got this little pony mood. Go.
Simply
And then your little trap hi-hats come in, you know, and then your 808 thumping, be like,
And then you get some of
mood.
that tea.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
Tell us how wrong we were.
Yeah.
To
please.
emphasize that something is relatable, typically
Mood.
used next to a meme or photo or video.
Yep.
So,
That's
like,
a mood.
You're in a
Yeah.
you can empathize.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, y'all were not even close.
I like
You know
their
what? I can
versions
take that one
better, though.
home. I can take that one home with me, though. I can mood.
Yeah.
Because you can just say it, mood.
Yeah. Like, yo. Like, same. Like, almost like saying same.
Basically
yeah.
saying same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after you got some of that tea, you can just say mood.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one is
Oh my God.
Kiki.
Isn't this like from a Steely Dan song? Kiki, don't lose that number. It's the only one you
See,
want.
I knew, man. I knew.
What'd you know?
I called it out. Steely Dan, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, them.
Mushrooms in the woods.
Yeah. It's Kiki. Is that for something that's like lit? Like
Lit?
fire?
He said lit fire.
Lit fire.
Yeah.
See, I knew I had the right
I
guy.
love
Here we
it.
go. We got this one,
You
man.
know?
He's on it. It's Kiki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say like,
Kiki.
hey, man, that's
It's on-
Kiki.
On fleek.
Oh,
Oh,
y'all, man.
fleek.
On fleek. We learned that pre-showing.
Yeah, a couple
Weeks ago,
shows.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna back up my buddy Tommy and double down on that, man. We're going all in.
It's a party or festive gathering.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like lit fire.
yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, that's
It can
pretty close.
also be used as a verb. To kiki is either to celebrate or share gossip. So it could also fit in with tea.
Also fit in with tea, exactly. That's
Yep.
what it said.
Yep, absolutely.
Kiki T.
I never use that. That's like one of the ones I don't use at all because I'm like, I don't like this one.
Yep.
I feel weird saying
You
it.
guys might
use
get the
these?
next one.
I use a couple of them like because we have teenage daughters, so we use these kind of like to fuck with them and
Yeah.
say them and kind of use them in a weird way.
Oh, so
Yeah.
this is like this alien
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, it's like alien language in our
And then they
house,
laugh
yeah.
at you, right? Because you are a
They
parent.
just go, "Oh my god!"
Hey, of course,
It's like,
yes.
oh
yes.
jeez. I'm like, yep.
They
it's a
don't
good time.
realize that. Yes, we were once cool.
Ryan said too cowish. Moo.
I like that definition better
Yes.
too.
Exactly. The next one is Gucci.
Oh, I think we can get that
Yeah.
one, man.
Put this one together.
Yeah, you got style. You got swag. You got Gucci, man. You're Gucci. Yeah. Yeah.
I think, yeah,
You're
do you
trending.
I'll follow him up on that. I'll go with it.
Okay.
Actually, that's wrong.
That was the one I was
it's
supposed to get, man.
It's a synonym with good. Like if you're good, you're vibing. You're Gucci, man.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I kind of got that from what he said, but you know.
Yeah, no, but I see where that would come because Gucci's also the name of a brand of. You know,
That's right. Stylist.
Yeah.
Fashion designer.
So I
See?
You
get
weren't
that.
totally
That's
off.
no, you weren't.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, you weren't. You
I
weren't
am
totally off.
a fashionista, man.
I'll give you half credit on
You
that
can
one.
tell.
Because
Half
that's
credit.
almost
That
like
doesn't count.
that's
Half
almost like the
credit.
rapper too, you know, Gucci Mane.
Exactly.
Gucci Mane,
Oops,
Gucci
you got me
Mane.
there. We're lost. Rapper man.
I mean, hey man.
ELP, we go back there.
Funny little story about Gucci. Do you remember that movie? Oh, what was it? With
Finding Nemo?
no.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
that's
he
the
was
one.
in that. Oh, what the fuck was it? Like Demi Lovato and like
Demi Lovato.
Oh, oh, brother, where art thou?
no. What the fuck is it?
I don't know where you're going with this, so I can't.
God
help.
damn it! I have to look it up now because I
Okay.
can't even do
I
it.
have no idea where you're going.
It's Oh, brother, where art thou? Yeah.
It's oh brother.
Spring
where-
Breakers.
Spring
you guys ever
Breakers.
see that movie?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that fucking
Spring
Yes.
Breakers,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, so funny little story about that was there was a scene towards the end where Gucci's in the movie, and he's having sex with a girl. He literally fell asleep during that scene. Yes. Yes. So he was really good on that. Yeah.
And thus, that's why they use the word Gucci that way
Yeah.
now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is Stan.
Oh, all right. This is the last one, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Then
Number
we might be
5.
able to get 2 because I think we can get this one, man.
Yeah, here we
Yeah.
go.
Stan. That's just like basic. Stan. You're like plain, vanilla.
What do you think?
Stan.
Yeah, Napoleon
Yeah, you
ice
agree?
cream, plain.
Napoleon ice cream.
Oh, let's not go Napoleon ice
Is that,
cream, man.
wait, is Neapolitan is
Yeah.
what you're
Or it
saying.
could be
Napoleon ice
I
cream.
Neapolitan, Napoleon,
I mean,
Napoleon Dynamite ice
Napoleon
cream,
Yeah.
ice cream.
Superman ice cream.
That sounds like a Ben and Jerry's flavor. Yeah.
Napoleon.
Napoleon ice cream. Like,
Hey, can you pick me
I
up
got
some
you.
Napoleon?
That's a good time.
Oh my god.
That's a good time, y'all.
Yeah. That's what I usually get, Napoleon cream.
I get
Yeah.
that Napoleon ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the best.
exactly.
It's the best flavor.
You just don't know without the
Yeah.
pole.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. You
exactly.
just don't know.
All right,
So-
so Stan.
Stan, yeah. Or it could be Nats backwards. It's just a trick. That's what it is. It's supposed to really be
Absolutely.
Nats. Nats is the secret word
That's
today.
funny.
Nats.
Nats.
Nats. Which means you're a fucking pass. Get out of my life. But no, it's Stan. It's basic, isn't it, Tommy? You've heard this word used
Well,
that
you know,
way.
like, Stan the man.
Yeah. Don't
you
be a
know,
Stanley.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Archie Bunker.
Actually, you might have a couple stands, Tommy. It means an overzealous or obsessive fan of a particular celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like from the Eminem
Yes,
top
there
thing.
you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Like, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I should have had it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yep.
Dang.
All right. So,
Sorry, guys.
Snap it.
If I was hip with Eminem, I would have got it.
yeah.
Yep, if you were hip.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, it makes more sense of what you said. It'd be more of a common word. I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
bland.
I've
you know?
never heard anybody call a fan Stan. Oh man,
Fan
he's
Stan.
he's a Stan.
I call
Yeah.
them soul suckers.
I have.
Yeah, but that had to be back
Yeah.
in what, 1992?
No, actually, it's actually made a.
Are you giving me stale words?
Has it
man?
made a
Is that
comeback?
No, it did make a comeback. Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
These words aren't
It's-
stale. Old news, right?
Nope.
Nope.
No, these are fresh off the press.
These are fresh off the
Are you
press.
sure this ain't
Yeah.
something like a cowabunga and
No.
you know?
No,
I don't
no.
want any stale slang hipster words, man. We want to keep these fresh, you know. Fire,
Yeah.
lit.
You gotta keep them
You
popping.
guys have to get this one.
All right.
Please get this one.
Yeah.
This one's easy.
This is turnt.
I've heard this word used. I probably have
You can
asked
get
somebody
this
what's
one.
what's that mean before, you know.
Between the two of you, you can
I
do it.
can I've heard this used.
I've heard it my whole life, you know. Like that cow's turnt.
He's turned over on his
you've got
side.
the, you got
Turned
the,
over on its side.
you got to turn that tar, or you ain't gonna get the brakes
I'll
in
have
there.
some milk that
You
done
know,
turned.
that milk done turned.
That milk done turned, man. I ain't putting that jug to my lips. That's some turnt.
Is that kind of a close or
No,
no?
not even.
Okay, turnt.
No.
What's
No.
real?
No.
I'm surprised you guys don't know
No,
this
it's when
one.
you've.
Yeah, this one's kinda
No, this is
like-
a common
this
lexicon
one's
one. We just
basic
have
as
something
hell.
basic as hell. It's when you've consumed too much drink, I think, right? When you just had, you know.
There we go.
When you
There
end
we
up in the
go,
bed
yeah.
with the two ladies next to you the next day and you don't know where the hell
Yeah.
you're at.
That's
because
a
you got
mood.
turned.
Yes.
That's a mood.
Yeah.
That's when the henny take over.
I think New York City schooled me on that word,
you
actually.
go.
You know what I
Turn,
mean?
yes.
Some of the hip cats down in the
Yay.
village schooled me.
It is a synonym for drunk.
I tip my hat to my friends in the village in New York. Thank
It's
you.
a synonym for drunk, but now can also mean extreme excitement. So, like,
Oh.
someone could walk into a party like, I'm about to turn this shit up, bitch! I'm like, James!
Kept my record going. One
Yeah.
for one.
Well,
for,
1.5. I gave you half credit.
Good job, guys.
Yes.
Those
Good
half
job.
credits
And that would
just
say
screw
what?
the whole thing up.
Woo!
Say what?
I gotta give all credit to my partner here.
Literally. Oh,
I have no idea what that means. You ain't gonna lie. Turnt.
We did it though, man.
Yes.
It's hard.
Because, you know,
Pulled that one out. That one win is all
my
we need
God.
to stay alive and keep this segment going until next week.
Yeah.
this
We're
up.
running out of words, though.
we're gonna start getting into like sex positions next.
Like the Cleveland Steamer.
The Milwaukee sandwich. Google it.
the
Google it.
inverted donkey kick.
Google
Yeah.
Milwaukee sandwich. It's nasty.
There you go. Yeah.
Everybody's doing it right now. Milwaukee sandwich.
Oh my god. Like, wait a second.
Somebody's gonna comment then. Watch. Who's
Hold
doing
on a
it?
second.
Tommy Parker, don't let me down. Milwaukee. It's MIL. For those from the South, we're gonna spell Milwaukee
Oh,
for you.
God.
WALKEE. No,
We're gonna go out like this.
This is it. Bye.
oh my God.
Great.
Hey, tell us about Milwaukee sandwiches next week when we come back.
Absolutely.
Thomas, get us out of here, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Tommy
but the-
Parker wants a Milwaukee sandwich.
No.
Hey, you
You
can
gotta
find
know.
him at the end of something 7.
Let this guy know.
The
ASAP.
Akron exit. He'll be holding a sign. Like,
Wearing an FMP shirt.
yeah. Milwaukee sandwiches on deck.
Oh my God.
Is that like a Jeffrey Dahmer thing?
Terrible.
Milwaukee sandwich. You know, they're like,
Why are they
Google
on
it.
deck
That's what I
though?
said. Google it. FCC will shut us down if I say anything
is
more.
that like two dead guys on rye?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh no.
All right, well, that's the show, guys.
Oh God.
Make sure you follow us on the social medias. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Check us out, theepicradioshow.com. We actually have a game on there now.
Yeah, there's
too.
a fun little game that he got all
Yes.
excited
We're
about.
players.
Yes, you can play the game for free.
Play the epic
It's
game.
under the game tab,
And buy a
obviously.
T-shirt.
Next week, we are going to have Catalina. She's a comedian. Yep.
Catalina.
Yes.
You know, she's got to be hot because when you have just one name.
Yes.
You don't even fucking need a last name.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
So you know she's going to be funny and she's going to be smoking hot.
Absolutely. We're going to have Catalina next week. Thank you guys for joining us. 2 years. Can you believe it? 2 years of the Epic Radio Show.
Yay!
Yeah. Next week we're gonna start off with we're gonna have our new guy in the studio,
Okay.
Mark Warren. He's gonna be here.
Will I be here?
Welcome
Yes,
aboard,
yes,
Mark.
welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Also next week, Antonio will be in.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Antonio. We love Antonio.
Yeah, Antonio will be in. Are you gonna be here this
I
weekend?
have no idea. My phone died, and
He doesn't know.
No, I'm totally unplugged because after this.
Yeah, I know,
I
but I
am,
wasn't sure if you were coming back this weekend.
Oh,
or
I
not.
will be back in time for Sunday. Yeah, I just don't know
Okay.
if I'm on or not. To be honest, I have to look at my calendar.
All right, that's fine. All right,
I kind of
so
gave up on that for a while.
do you have anything coming up, Tommy? You want to plug real quick? Nothing.
No,
No.
no
All right,
plugs.
just double checking.
Where'd you-
I'm
where'd you
just
get your
hanging
hat
out, passing
from?
by.
Where'd you get your hat from?
I don't know. It's from one of them states.
It's one of those days
One
at
of
the
them
hat
states.
store.
It was
That
the
I was
hat
passing
store.
through.
Where
No.
else would you get a hat?
Hold on, wait. I think,
Hashtag one of them states.
no,
Hashtag
I
one of
think
those
I got
states
it
at
in.
the hat store.
I think I got it in Kansas.
Yeah?
It was in Kansas, and I was
Okay.
running from a tornado. That's for real.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we
Was
get
it,
like.
was it a hat shop that specialized in hats?
I think no, man. It was like
Gas station on the side of the road?
yeah, it was just like this crazy little
Found the
shop,
bad
but
taquitos.
we were
Yeah.
we were running from a tornado. We were going to Oklahoma to play a show, and then that big tornado hit that killed like a bunch of people down there this year. And it got so heavy we had to pull off, and the only place we could find to hang out was a porn shop.
with bad taquitos.
Oh yeah, that's the only place.
It
right?
was. It really.
Okay.
That was the only thing
I
that
don't
was
believe
open.
it, but okay.
It's the
Okay.
only thing that was open.
And then we go into the porn shop, and it's flooding.
Oh wow.
And then the dude there knew who we were and wanted a picture. And you know,
in the wet porn
let's
shop.
let's just say the background was just not
Was
the
cool.
best
It
thing
was-
you
it
wanted
was
to have
probably
as a
awesome.
backdrop.
That's
You know,
probably
I mean,
the best one.
They had backdrops. I mean, you know, backdrops.
They had some
Yeah.
drops.
And it's like, hey, can we move to the wall?
Black backdrop.
The other wall?
The
Yeah.
hot purple backdrop.
Jeez.
They had some backdrops, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that really happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. God. All right, guys. Thank you
is
guys
shit.
for joining us. We will see you guys next week.
Whoever's here.
And as always, make life epic.
Dear Mr. President, there are too many states nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot.
Oh, wow, that was terrible.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. Not in fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
And I'm sorry, we're out of time. Bye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy?
That's